what a treat you just missed, everybody. Ooh, some of the things said before we go live. I'm glad mics aren't on.
I got Tom there. I got him.
You got him. Ooh, welcome to the most professional D&D show on the internet. That's right. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Internet is working. I'm not dying. It's all thumbs up from here, baby.
We're all dressed.
We're all dressed, clothed, fed, happy and healthy. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Holmes. And joining me this week, we have... We've got Rhiannon, we've got Trot, we've got Kim. And on the other side, we've got Tom and we've got Katie. Everyone's here. We're all here. We're ready to play some D&D. It has been 2 weeks. Kim's already playing the, what are we doing? Where am I? How do I play this game card?
I'm old. Am I alive?
Yeah, right. You are. Before we start playing some D&D, though, a number of things to talk about. And the first one is a little sponsor for today's episode, which is our good friends at Only Games. And the whole crew. Only Games Crates is a subscription service that costs £10 per month, plus postage and packaging. And every month in your crate, you get 3 miniatures designed by that month's featured creator. Each month, they choose a different creator to give you a chance to explore the work of creators you might not have heard of before, whilst also passively growing your miniature collection month to month. You get an exclusive discount code for that month's creators store if you wanted to buy more of their stuff, as well as access to an exclusive painting tutorial on how to paint one of that month's crate minis. We've got a couple this week, so we have a fantasy and sci-fi crate. Subscribers, you can choose which one you would like. The designers are Le Louvre for fantasy, and Daka.store for sci-fi. We've got the crates on display here that you can see, including the Eye Tyrant, which is very big.
Fantasy crate.
You also get, but not only do you get the miniatures in the crate, this month as well, they're including a bonus free gift of 2 thin coats, which is a paint ranged from a Warhammer alumnus Duncan Rhodes, for their spirit medium, a transparent medium that you can mix with your paints to make a glaze. Yep, thank you, Chris John.
Yep, that's in there.
You can, and we have a special discount because we have a special code to use. You can use discount code HighRollers20 to get 20% off for new subscribers on your first month crate.
Wow.
You can go to onlygames.co pages/OG Crate. OG does Crate. The link will be in chat. It'll be in the video description. All that kind of good stuff. But we've loved working with Only Games for our miniatures range, for our lovely High Rollers Altheya the Dragon Empire minis.
Him.
Yep. Him. We can maybe switch to the other camera, and then we can see. Yeah, you guys can see these are our larger versions. But we've loved working with Only Games. They've been an amazing part of our service in providing these. People have been really enjoyed getting them. We're very happy to work with. For fuck's sake. We are very happy to work with Only Games to...
super nice people.
Yep, and to celebrate their Crates subscription service. So remember, that is High Rollers 20 to get 20% off your first month of Crates. They are £10 per month, plus postage and packaging, and you can choose fantasy or sci-fi, and you get a lovely range of miniatures. We can speak very highly of the quality and the design. All the creators they work with are very cool.
highly.
Yeah. Eye Tyrant, I'm definitely going to be using that boy at some point.
No.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's dead. You can't use it now.
Sorry. I went too far.
Intrusive thoughts.
You went too far. The intrusive thoughts won, didn't they?
Wow. I was trying to poke the medium and I poked everything.
Well, look.
You hit me.
It's been a couple weeks.
So anyway, other things, you can sort this out in a bit. Other things to talk about. Hey, this is a big one. We are proud to say, well, not proud to say, but we are very excited to say that we have now launched our website. We have a proper website.
We've joined the future. The future is now.
It's only been 8 years. But no, you can go to
1985.
You can go to highrollersdnd.com to check out our website. Not much is on there right now, but it is going to be a place where we update, put blog updates to let you know the stuff that's going on. One big thing that we've put on there, and I think this is the main thing to talk about today, is we've also included something called a fan content policy on there. After talking to a bunch of our fans, especially our artists, artists and lovely cosplayers as well. This is something that we wanted to update and change moving forwards. And what we've done is we've basically created a policy that allows you to, you as small creators, not as businesses, but as small members of our community, to do things like fan art and stickers and sell them at conventions on a small handmade scale. This is something that a few people have been asking us to do. The main goal, like I said, is to support small scale handmade things like art prints and small merch items like stickers at conventions while still protecting us and our IP. Full details can be found on the website. This does prevent people from like making money off of our stuff if it does not fall in certain restrictions. And as always, we reserve the right to basically lock anything down and give you the right to do stuff. But the full policy is on the website. But this does mean that if you are an artist and you would like to sell High Rollers prints at a convention, say like something like London Comic Con, which is just going on this weekend, you now can. You can go and sell High Rollers prints and share them with the community and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's all on there. But go and check that out. It is kind of, it's for some people, nothing changes. But for some people like our artists, this will be hopefully a really lovely change.
Clarification for you.
Yeah. Go on there. Let us know what you think about it as well. Like, please do share your feedback and stuff with us in the Discord and let us know how you feel about it and what you think about it, if there are rooms for improvements.
Same for the website.
Yeah.
I put that together, so I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's a good.
We use it as a hub for updates as well.
Yeah.
Updates.
That's what I said.
They're going to be real regular.
Yeah, so keep it.
It's linked. But I believe you've linked to stuff like our collaborations with
Geeky Clean
for
and
our
My
bath
Mini
bombs
Factory.
and My Mini Factory. So it'll be a good place to go where you can know everything that's going on.
It's going to build over time. It's going to be something that we build and we add to, and hopefully it'll become the hub of whenever you need stuff about High Rollers, it'll be there. It's also a great way to link people and be like, it links to all of our YouTube and podcasts and stuff on there as well. So it'll be a great place for that.
No, it doesn't.
And then just lastly, a reminder about all of our usual stuff. Don't forget you can pick up the bath bombs with Geeky Clean. You can go to My Mini Factory and Only Games to pick up DM Stash, who did our one for miniatures.
It never looks good.
Thank you everybody who went along to Comic Con and bought the bath bombs at Geeky Clean store at Comic Con. And also please don't forget about the upcoming 17th of September High Rollers live show. We are in that stage now where it's just like, if you can go and pressure a bunch of friends or convince your friends to come along, grab a ticket, that would really, really support us and help us out. We're in that kind of we need to give a big old push for the ticket sales, so we would love it if you guys can help on that as well. Share it online, post it, encourage friends, tell people to come along. It is going to be an adventure that we're hopefully going to make it so it's going to be very accessible to everybody, even if they've not seen any High Rollers stuff before. So it's going to be the perfect time to bring them along. We also have so many fans flying in from all over the world. So if you've ever wanted to come and meet fellow High Rollers fans, this is probably going to be the best place to ever do it. I think this is going to be the biggest gathering of our specific community that I think we've probably ever had. I think
so,
this is going to be like the biggest gathering of them all.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely come along and check that out. Like I said, all the links in the video description in chat for everything. But that is the High Rollers live show on the 17th of September at the Adelphi Theatre in London. It's very accessible. What?
Do you remember?
Oh, the 17th? Yeah, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that is it for things to talk about and announcements.
Believe so.
Oh,
Fan art video.
yes, fan art. We do have a new fan art video today. We do have a brand new fan art video today. So if you've been doing fan art recently, and you're okay with us using it, that is now going to be going in the fan art video as well. So go and check that out. And yeah, we've been seeing so much awesome art, and so this is it links in quite nicely with that new fan content policy, because we do want to try and give you guys an opportunity to do something cool with your own work and your own fan art, because we love it and we want more people to see it, don't we? So new fan art video.
Yeah.
That's it then. In that case, let's run the intro and crack on.
No, I've got nothing else. Carry on.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
The end.
Hello and welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Within the inn, formerly called the Enticing Devil, our heroes set out the materials needed for a ritual to cleanse Xanthias and Rowan of the Curse of Harrowing, a powerful necromantic curse inflicted upon them in the battle against the inn's ghostly resident, Tyrea. With the help of Sister Inquisitor Malady and her twin sister Benedicta, the ritual was began and seemed to go well at first. Meanwhile, in the planar realm of the Greylands, a world of undeath, Sister Ophelia de la Rosa of the House of Blood, envoy to the theocracy of Osseous, completed her pilgrimage and arrived at an ancient temple to the Grave Father in the mountains. Seeking to earn another chance at life, Ophelia was confronted with a test about the weight of her soul, as well as meeting her patron, Countess Uramin Orsa. Impressed by her fortitude and drive to live and survive, the Grave Father granted Ophelia's request and returned her to life. But in doing so, a connection between the material plane and the Greylands was created. In the inn, as the malignant energy of the curse was removed from Rowan and Xanthias, it suddenly transforms, infused with necrotic energy, into a pair of Harrowgeists that then attacked the party. Summoned shades and spirits from nearby led Rowan to discover that Ophelia had returned to life during the battle. As the Harrowgeists were defeated, Sister Malady collapses from her illness and is rushed away by Benedicta, who is disturbed by Ophelia's return, leaving the party to deal with the strange and miraculous return. And that is where we pick things back up this week, with, I believe, Ophelia literally walking into the inn.
Literally.
Nice.
It is still early in the morning, I believe, or about midday, I believe. The sun is streaming in. It is slightly overcast, but where the clouds are sort of coming and going, sun is kind of streaming into through the broken windows of the Enticing Devil into that main room. Some of it has been damaged. There's chairs and things that have been, broken and thrown away and during the battle. And standing in the doorway, visible to everybody but Daisy, I believe, who was upstairs on the balcony, who has not yet come down. But you see the returned form of Ophelia. Do you want to remind us, Rhiannon, because it has been a while, that there were some physical changes to Ophelia, isn't there?
Yes.
Slightly. So do you want to just remind everybody what they kind of see?
Yeah, so Ophelia now currently looks quite gaunt, like her cheeks are more sunken in, her eye sockets are slightly more pronounced. She has scars on her body from the previous battle that she was down from that haven't quite healed. And the tips of her fingers up to her wrist are stained almost in like this blood red hue. And then she has black staining from the smoke around her mouth as well, and like out of her wounds, this ichor black staining.
Kind of pattern.
Yeah, staining her skin.
The other thing that the more observant among you, so I imagine maybe more gruff, would notice this, but Ophelia is also carrying a weapon that you've not seen her use before, a very finely made rapier, made of this kind of polished silvery metal but inlaid with these red gemstones. This kind of twisted basket hilt is sort of probably still clutched in a hand, right? She just walked in from carrying it, so
Yes.
You don't have a scabbard or anything for it yet, so just still clutched in one hand. Is what you guys all see.
Rowan is going to be pointing.
Is it really you?
It is me. So it fills me with joy to see all of you. Hello.
Is this some sort of side effect of this ritual we did?
I have been seeing some strange things.
Me too. Are you actually, Gruff, Daisy?
I'm upstairs. I'm gonna walk downstairs, see Ophelia, and just go, nope. And I'm gonna walk out the front door of the haunted inn. There's ghosts in the inn now. There's dead people in the inn, and I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Nice. Walk out onto the, the sunny street. You can see that the commotion in the Enticing Devil, Daisy, has sort of drawn eyes, but also because this place has been like the site of hauntings, a lot of people are sort of trying to pretend that they haven't heard noises and seen things. Most of it was contained within, but some spirits did sort of like float through the walls and things like that. So
through the
there's
windows.
definitely like there's been sounds of battle and magic being used, but people seem to sort of be like, yep, that's the creepy haunted inn. Yep, just ignore it.
And
Just
Daisy's
pretend.
now running out going,
Yeah,
nope.
Yep, and so there's definitely a few eyes
check that.
being sort of raised in your direction, and
Making holy signs and walking very quickly
yeah,
away.
there's probably a little bit of that, like maybe some of the more pious members. Although you imagine that it seems that most of the pious people wouldn't live in this area because of the association with the inn. But there's definitely like a few people just sort of shaking their head and muttering like prayers under their breath, and pretending that whatever is happening, they are not involved in it in any way.
Fair enough.
But what about Gruff and Gruff's response to this sudden appearance?
I think Gruff is actually kind of nonplussed about it because he had this idea that, or maybe this misunderstanding that she's undead. So
She can just come back. If
he's kind of like,
yeah.
okay. Sister Ophelia, good to see you back on your feet.
Oh, it's good to see you, Crawford.
The blood, did it help? That's not my voice.
That's not my fucking voice.
Hello, my name is Gruff
Hello, my name is Gruff.
from Tremoro.
I'm from a little village called Tomorrow. The blood, did it help? That didn't, it helped.
Would I have known? Because there was the.
You definitely
strength
felt,
of the
I mean, you felt something, and you could feel that strength, like as if you had drunk that blood. I think that you wouldn't. I don't think you, until this point, Ophelia wouldn't have known it was Gruff's blood, maybe. But with Gruff asking you that, like, it would certainly imply that it was maybe Gruff who provided it.
Oh, that was you. That was you who gave me the gift of strength.
It's all I thought to do. I didn't know what else to do.
Ophelia would just give Gruff a big hug.
Oh,
Just-
okay, this is happening.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Awkward dad pat.
You came to me in my time. I was in so much need. I was in the wastes of the Greylands. I was lost for I don't know how long, weeks, days, months, I don't know. But I felt your strength, and it helped carry me home. Thank you.
Big hug as well.
Oh,
Sweep
okay,
them both
there you
up.
go, big boy.
It's so good to see you, Ophelia.
Good to see you, Rowan.
You
Thank
look
so
towards a
much.
window, you just see Daisy's little face like,
Poking in.
Daisy, it's okay, I promise. I promise.
We thought you
how is
died.
it okay? You're dead.
She's alive.
I'm
No,
the
she's
same.
not.
I'm the same.
I promise she's alive.
Prod her again.
I'm hugging her.
She's quite spiky.
So there's a couple of things. One, Ophelia, you also remember that there was, I don't think you ended up using it, unfortunately, but you were also familiar with that, like, that almost music and that vibration, and you would probably recognize that as Rowan's music as well, like, as you were doing it. But also, for Gruffith, who was like the first to be hugged, and Rowan, now that you're hugging Ophelia, there is a kind of coldness that wasn't there. It's almost not from Ophelia. It's not that her body doesn't have heat, but it's like a coldness is clinging to her, like somebody who's just walked in out of the cold, for example, like something that you've not felt for a long time. There's a sort of cold in the air around Ophelia that's slowly beginning to warm up, but having just recently, whatever necrotic energy was there is still lingering somewhat.
A hand from the hug mound extends out and points at Xanthias and then curls and beckons.
Okay.
On you get in here.
I don't fully understand what's happening.
She's
of course,
alive!
I'm happy to see you. I'm trying to understand how.
Yes, tell us everything,
Okay, I was.
or I'll get a seat.
Okay.
Time to play truth.
Well, I was granted a great gift. I saw the Greylands, and I met the Grey Father again. He's very dashing. He's wonderful and very forgiving, and he sent me on a mission to survive the Greylands, to reach his temple. But I had to cross an endless desert, almost, of nothing. There was just nothing. But I was hungry, and there were these terrible vultures, and there were skeletons, and there were these monsters that were like slugs, but not quite slugs. And then there was a merchant who was very lovely and very nice, very confusing, but very nice. And he had this man in a cage, which was, I mean, I sent him on his way. He was a ne'er-do-well, so he went and, he served his punishment. He was guilty of whatever. And
Something.
something. I was just riffraff. I don't trifle with the riffraff, and then I reached the temple after I don't know how long I was gone. How long was I gone?
A couple of days.
Days.
How long has it been?
Just barely, yeah, it's been
Couple of
just
days.
barely about 2 days at this point.
Yes, it's-
And Ophelia, yeah, that it did not feel like 2 days. It felt like weeks for you.
Felt forever. It felt like an eternity that was never going to end, but I persevered. I heard Rowan's wonderful music and Gruff's strength, and it guided me to my purpose, to the temple, and I made it back. I swore loyalty to the Greyfather. I made promises, and I've made it back. And I have this, and I show veracity.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
I was gifted this by my tutor, by Countess Orman Orsa. She's wonderful. She's everything I wish to be and more. And I was given this great relic, with which I will smite those who did wrong to me. And now I'm back. I have returned. And I'm so full of joy to see all of you and be back with everybody.
We were going to bury you.
we kind of almost did.
You were in the little house outside.
Thank you for doing that. Oh, that's lovely. But I'm glad you didn't bury me. Although I'm sure Percival probably would have heard something. Wouldn't you, Percival?
Percival's just stood there, silent as always. Dark cloak just inclines its head in agreement.
He wouldn't move from your side.
Would he not?
No.
Percival, oh, you are so wonderful. Let's give Percival a hug.
But you're right,
Stands
Xanthias.
stoic as ever, but maybe a gentle pair of arms just to sort of acknowledge that that you are being hugged.
Even in death, you are so loyal.
We were not far off, trying to move you into the ground and have a ceremony and everything.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, no.
It was ceremony.
We were grieving. We were deeply saddened by what has happened here. And now you're back and...
We're traumatized. We're traumatized.
I actually
because you're
feel-
back.
I kind of feel okay. I thought you might come back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, just because you're undead, right?
I'm not undead. Am I undead now? I came back. I'm still Ophelia. I came back.
Osseous is a very strange place, so we're still learning
I
a
don't
lot
really
about.
understand it either.
But
We're still traumatized.
I know I wasn't undead before.
Oh.
Am I undead now? I'll have to ask. I might have to ask somebody.
the fact
I
that
don't feel undead.
you came back with this treasure, this weapon, is testament that. Not that I'm saying your journey and stories was just a dream of dying, but to have physical evidence suggests that you did go somewhere and you
Yes.
fought to get back.
I did. I had unfinished work.
So the Greyfather's always has been real, definitely, and I've always believed.
Greyfather is your god, right?
Yes, he is, yes.
And just to clarify, because I know some people in the audience get grave father.
Grave father.
Grave father.
Grey
Grey
lands.
Yes.
I'm one
Just
of
to
those
make
people.
it nice and confusing for
It's my voice, I think, throws people off.
It's
Grave
English
father.
accents.
Grave.
Grey
Grove.
lands.
Bike Grove.
Like
Grovelands.
People thought Hesper.
My eyes!
My eye, man. My eyes.
Percival, my eyes, I've gone blind. The smoke demon.
There is such a small percentage of people who will understand what we're rambling about.
Just, yeah.
and Dick and Big Grove.
Those who know will know.
There you go.
Iconic moment in TV history.
Great father.
I don't think he is very great.
Sounds great to me.
Got
So-
the feeling back.
So you've met your god?
Yes. Twice now.
This is blowing Gruff's mind. Like, he is having a full-on theological crisis right now. How? You can't just go meeting your gods.
He presented himself to me. I was just wandering the Greylands and he came to meet me and gave me my mission.
For Gruff, because you are quite religious, you would have been grown up to this now. Keep in mind that in the Church of the Scions, in the Draconic Empire, you are taught that the Grave Father and the Grave Father is considered a planar being. It's not. They don't consider him a god.
Yeah.
Right. The Church of the Scions does not consider the Grave Father to be a god in the same way that the Scions are. They would basically treat the Grave Father as if they were like an archdevil or an archfey or something like that.
So if anything, Ophelia's in a mixed up way, kind of proved that to me, because you can meet a planar being. Who says you're ever going to meet a god?
Yeah. That's certainly how the Church of the Scions preaches it. Okay. Whether that's true, this is like what the organized religion is saying. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Like, clearly to Ophelia, the Grave Father is a god and had the godly power to bring them back. But for Gruffs, just to give you that context of the world, like that is the teaching, is that these planar powers, they're not gods. They're powerful, but they're not gods.
That's nice. That's real nice that you met your little god. He does not say that. He does not say that. Oh, he's not little. He's large and very much in charge. All right, you crazy bitch.
Okay.
You heretic.
It could be 2 deaths.
In fact, you're a liar, heretic. Blasphemous!
None of this happens.
No.
We should definitely do a battle royale.
Yeah.
All of this just comes out.
Daisy will win.
Yeah. Just stab us all from like 20 foot away.
If you get lucky, maybe Xanthias takes them down, but maybe.
Only if that thing bounces.
Yeah, and only if you take yourself down as well.
Oh yeah, I'll
he'd do
burn
that.
bright. But...
He would take someone else out, but he'd die
Explode
doing
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, maybe Rowan's the last one standing because he just refuses to fight anyone. He's just like, I don't want to.
I'm just in the corner here.
Right. But yeah, everyone's sort of witnessing this. Ophelia, you're kind of talking, explain the story. Gruff, you're asking about it. Daisy, you definitely notice that, the inn is being given a wide berth. Like, nobody is really approaching or anything like that. It is about midday. You spent most of the morning gathering up the materials for this ritual. And that is where we currently stand.
So what has happened since I've been gone? So,
Oh, bloody hell.
I remember the fight. What happened? Do we know what the cause was?
Oh, the
I'll come
Duke.
back into the inn.
The Duke came. He was really angry. Really angry. Ever seen a dragon who's really pissed off?
He landed right in front of us.
Yeah, in front of the tavern.
He was angry that you had died. I'm going to walk over and just
An emissary. It was really bad for the town.
slowly prod Ophelia's arm.
Yeah.
That is real.
Everyone was pretty.
I have to check, Ophelia, because this is weird. But I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here.
Do you want to hold my hand?
Yeah.
Do you
I'm glad to be with you.
Okay.
Do you want something to wipe off? You got some.
You got red on you.
I get out a handkerchief that's the same pattern as my scarf.
Oh, I didn't realise. I haven't actually looked at myself since I've been back. Do I look different?
Just
First of all, we'll
bit of
pull
death.
out like your personal mirror, like from like your belongings that you carry. Like he holds up a mirror for you to like.
I look amazing!
Oh, yeah, that was the word I
Oh,
would
my
use.
cheekbones! Oh, wow! I look like when Blackwing did the skull face. Do you remember?
Oh, you said it was really beautiful.
Oh, I'm getting closer! Wow!
Can I have my hanky back?
Yes, you can, you can. Sorry,
you.
yes.
Closer to what?
Oh, looking like that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we could have left you on the ground for a couple of months and...
Oh, it would have meant I would have been in the Greylands for longer. But it's fine, it's fine. I'll work on it. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Your customs are very strange, and I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared.
Might have weed
Oh,
a little bit.
oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, we didn't really know what to do. But I mean, okay, so you fell in battle.
Yes.
Everyone was distraught,
Yes.
deeply saddened, of course. Now you're here, don't really know how to feel. A little bit angry, frankly.
Okay.
But it's okay. You're back. That's good. Everyone's happy. But also made us go through a lot of different emotions, and now you're here, which is good. But I'm still kind of angry about it.
Okay,
but now
let's-
you're here, which is good, and I'm happy about
Xanthias is
that.
having a bit of an emotional breakdown.
Are you angry about
Let it all out.
Ophelia? Because I'm angry at the lamp thing still.
I'm pointing fingers in every direction. Would that I had more hands to point more fingers.
Why are you angry at me?
I'm gonna point back at him.
I don't know.
We also had a conversation.
I was going to say as well, you've not re-gloved the hand, have you?
No. Like, that's out in the open.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's looking bigger.
Do you know about...
There's more of it.
Oh, this. Yeah, okay. I have crown steel in my chest, by the way.
I look out the windows, see if there's anyone listening.
It echoes a little bit. Like, you know, there's no windows or doors. They're all broken.
I
like,
didn't hear you say that because I fell asleep.
You fell asleep during the story, I suppose.
yeah, you would have heard any relevant
Oh, okay,
bits. Any bits that you, Kate, because you weren't there, Katie, but it's like you heard as much as you wanted to hear.
But the Duke came down. He was not best pleased that an envoy from Osseous had fallen in his great city.
Understandable.
So that stirred up some emotions across the board. I'm angry, but also really happy. And then we came back, we tried to cure ourselves of the curse.
Oh, you removed the curse.
Curse is gone. What a great day.
Hooray!
So
Oh,
happy about
wonderful.
that.
happened
Still kind of
minutes.
furious.
Oh, minutes.
Yeah, we were fighting for that. They
that's what all the
manifested and then
nasty
swirled around.
things were.
Remember
then-
seeing Sisters Malady and Benedicta?
They were
Yes, that's
performing
why
it.
they were here. I see. Okay. I did
See,
wonder.
curse, ongoing lifelong trauma.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. I understand. It's a lot.
It's been a lot.
Yes.
But you've also been through a lot. You died,
I only
which is
died.
quite big, and then you went through the Grey Lands and fought your way back. So
Yes.
we've all been through a lot.
I know, I'm just... Okay,
Compartmentalize it one at a time. Let's start from the beginning.
we didn't know what to do with your body.
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yes. Well, I didn't. A. I didn't leave instructions, and B. I didn't realize I was going to die.
This is a big
I
risk.
apologize.
I'm not angry
You
with
don't
you.
have to apologize for dying. They should be apologizing for not taking the lamp thing seriously because they want to kill all of us, by the way. It's not just you. They said one down and they're going to try and get the rest of us. So this isn't over.
Oh.
Incidentally, the Duke did kind of threaten to break every lamp in the city and invade the Lamplighters Guild, but the High Authority reminded him that he didn't have the authority to do that.
In his own city?
We're not
He's
allowed
not a
to do
dictator.
it.
Interesting.
He's governed by the same laws here. So investigation still is ongoing, but I think, well, the cat's out of the bag.
Hampered by red
Cats
tape.
don't like being in bags.
No.
I wouldn't ever put you in a bag.
Don't ever put me in a bag.
I don't think I'd fit you in a bag. You're
I
too
won't
big.
like it.
You're too big.
No cat likes it.
I won't do it.
What if it's so big a bag it feels
No.
like home? Okay.
No, don't put the bag.
What if it's like a sleeping bag and it's all nice and cozy? You can have a nap,
A bedroll.
a cat nap, if you will.
I'll take it under consideration.
Okay.
I want it canonically imprinted that if you ever try to put Gruff in a bag of holding, you have to make saving throws to fight them off. As if like you're like raging,
You're
like
all
frenzied.
claws.
Yeah.
Pinned.
Yeah.
Stretched out
But I will also grant that to you if an enemy tries to put you in a bag. I will grant you the same ability.
Anyway,
Yes, okay.
Next moves.
So that's one. So Lamplighters, Dragon.
That's the big one.
Big
There's
one,
also
yeah.
some conspiracies going on.
Oh, delicious.
that
Okay.
Very recently, Lady Malady,
Sister Malady.
Sister Malady, suggested that, you know, the people that have gone missing from the Lamplighters Guilds that are potentially to do with the lamps being corrupted may have used the catacombs network
In the church.
under the churches, and that the churches might, or people in the churches might be involved in their whereabouts.
Scandalous.
as much as I am loath to say this, it was something I was going to bring to your attention after the dinner party. Because you boyos went and had the dinner party and I was up at the cathedral.
Yes.
Oh, saints and scions, bless me, I'm about to blaspheme.
It's happening.
Give me strength, Rowan.
Bardic inspiration.
Sure. You got Bardic Inspiration?
You've
10
got this.
minutes.
I think Sunsword Ilkara might be involved with the smoke demons.
Okay.
When I arrived at the cathedral, I heard her say something, and at first I thought it was just, you know, stuff that your sister says, as in your religious leader says, to inspire the masses. But the more I think about it, and the more I think about the fact that what she was saying from the dinner party about Ilkara being involved with the Lamplighters Guild leader, and they were going to send you on a quest to leave the city to find Morris or whatever. I was also granted a quest by Sansor Ilkara to leave the city to look for this golden beast to lift your curse.
They believe it was a means to get us out of the city and out of the way.
And then, before she realized I was at the cathedral, I heard. Do not let yourself give into the same weakness you condemn. The light must act where the shadow will not. She was saying that to someone.
I don't suppose you caught the other person?
No.
Or even a voice?
I
a
thought
reply?
he was just an acolyte or a
Okay.
worshipper. And
That does sound without context, just like normal teachings, but under the idea that she could be working with the shadows itself.
well, it was when you told me that she had a connection with the Lamplighter Guild leader that I
Tobias.
definitely know the name of, but not
Tobias Leto.
Tobias later, yeah.
Tobias later.
So we need to sneak into the church
I don't
and
like
get
that.
into the
I mean,
catacombs.
when
I don't
is-
want to go in the catacombs. Those more dead things.
It's okay.
Oh!
The dead are perfectly fine.
We have Ophelia
Not
now.
Ophelia.
They are.
She's
don't
attuned to
worry.
the
How
dead.
much control do you have over... I'm sure there's... what's his... Percival. I forgot his name completely there. But who can you... How much control do you have over the dead now? The ghosts that were spilling in through the walls?
I can't control the dead. The dead,
Well, you're not a necromancer.
no, they act of their own free will sometimes, and other times you need a high priestess or someone who knows the necromantic spells to command the undead. I don't have that ability.
But you're well versed with them.
I understand the dead.
Yes.
So if we went into catacombs, you would be able to help us there.
Well, I wouldn't be scared of going down, maybe? I don't know what kind of catacombs they are. Like, how do you prepare your dead? How, what is your ritualistic purposes?
Is it really a good kind, though? Is what I'm saying.
Well, our dead are free to roam and, fulfill any tasks they weren't able to perform in life.
If
How
that
do you prepare
happens-
your dead? Do they roam? Do
No,
they all
no
perform
roaming.
tasks?
It strikes me as well. It would probably be a case of each of the different houses of Osseous would also handle their dead differently, right? Like the House of Bone would handle their dead very differently to the House of Rot, and the House of Rot would handle it very differently to the House of Blood. Like in the House of Blood, they probably extenuate the bodies and then either use them as like with the kind of husks as like a zombie, or they transform them into vampires or something similar. Whereas in the House of Bone, they would get rid of all the meat and just make a skeleton. Great, that's what we want. Or the House of Rot, they're like, no, keep all the meat.
them
We
up.
want all that on it.
Yeah.
Keep it lovely, make it gross. So they would handle it very differently as well. So it makes sense that Ophelia would be like, it depends entirely on how the dead are kept here. If the dead bodies are sealed in stone sarcophagi, very hard for them to get out on their own and cause trouble. If they're burnt, don't have to worry about bodies. If bodies are burnt here and stuff like that, it depends entirely. So
Death is a very specific thing to everybody, I suppose.
Well, it's sort of the same here as well, because in Ice Art, or at least in my village in Tomorrow, we give them to the sea.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, it's when you live in a land of ice, it's a bit difficult to dig up the ice.
Oh,
so
yes.
we give them to the sea.
also preserves it for longer. Like obviously, our body would stay preserved more
Yeah.
in the ice.
Whereas I feel like maybe in these catacombs, they inter... Well, I feel like you probably would be spiritual leaders and rich people. I don't imagine normal folk would end up in the catacombs of cathedral.
Anybody who is from the Empire can make a history check. Xanthias and Daisy, you can have advantage because you are basically from Caldra.
Okay.
To know what.
Am I from the Empire?
Or religion, history or religion, I would say. You're from the Empire, yeah. I mean, you're from the Draconic Empire. You can all make an history or religion check,
A 7.
An 8.
even with advantage.
Yeah, I got an 8 and a 7.
19 with religion.
Nice.
3. I rolled with your dice bomb dice, Ophelia.
Nice.
They gave me a 2.
Nice.
Oh no.
So I'd say, like, yeah, you know, for Rowan, you're more familiar with, like, you grew up in the Azar Steppe, and even then your own community was quite nomadic. They moved around a bit. It's probably very different. Ice Heart, very, very different. Daisy, I like the idea that Daisy just does not want to fuck with the dead, and it's like, I don't care. I don't want to learn. Never been something you're interested in. Whereas Xanthias, maybe you witnessed like funerals and things like that in Rust End. You know, you've been alive long enough that, you know, people would have passed away. It's strange, the fact that Sister Malady mentioned catacombs or tunnels, it's very uncommon for the dead to be interred or buried in culture, because it is a land of like volcanoes and like, you know, fire and red dragons. Cremation is the most common form of burial for dead bodies, is cremation. Only those, as Gruff said, who are very wealthy and can afford things like resurrections maybe, or can have their bodies preserved in some way, in the incidents that maybe one day they could be brought back to life. Because there is a possibility. There are miracles and things that have been known to happen. But cremation is the most common. So if there are tunnels and catacombs, they are probably just to store ashes. They are probably not to actually store bodies.
Okay.
For the most part.
Would I know that these catacombs would be in any way accessible?
Most definitely.
Like open to the...
There would be probably, like a passageway from the cathedral. And it would, sometimes it's not necessarily open to the public. Normally it's handled by acolytes of St. Altheya or acolytes of the cathedral itself. But there would certainly be an access point into them, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't just walk in. Yeah.
Sometimes you can. Depends. You know, if there's certain ceremonies being held, they might close it off. Other days it's open for you to go down there and look.
Idea.
Do you have the same
I
idea?
think I might have had the same idea.
What if Ophelia's still dead?
I
Sorry?
think, unfortunately, that wouldn't matter because I hate to say this, Sister Ophelia, Dolorosa of the House of Blood. I don't think the church likes you. So I don't think they'd be very open to interring you into their most holy of sites.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like not being liked.
I like you,
Oh, thank you.
even if you are blasphemous.
Oh. Well,
It was an idea, but you're right.
It's a good idea. If one of us...
So when would be a good, provided we don't go with the one of us dies and it gets put into this place, when would be a good time to get into this place? The church is busy quite often.
Nighttime is less so.
They have ceremonies at night time.
Past that, yes.
Where is the entrance to the catacombs?
You didn't see it in the main, but then so with Bright Shadow Cathedral, imagine it like a big open cathedral. You go in, there's the pews, there's the altar. There are doorways that lead off to the side, and I think you've seen one side of them because you took Teresa there when you were recovering her, and the Speaker of Secrets took her into a side, and there was like a corridor with rooms. You didn't see it anywhere in any of those, but it must be somewhere.
Right.
But it's probably not in that main central bit of the cathedral.
It's probably down the back somewhere in the restricted areas. I would suggest, if we are in fact dealing with Scions and Saints preserve me, Sun Sword Ilkara, maybe we infiltrate the catacombs during the day when she's busy doing a service. She's Sun Sword,
Well,
she
they're
does...
distracted.
Yes, well, I was thinking during the nighttime service, but during the
No,
service.
because she's a Sun Sword. She does the day services. It's the
Speaker of Secrets.
Speaker of Secrets who does the
Savory.
evening services.
Right, yes, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't think we should sneak into the church at all because they're all very big and powerful in here. They chased the Cavon out for naming a pub wrong. I don't know if we want to make enemies of that right now.
The whole point of these catacombs is for people to get away. There's got to be another point that's not from the church that we
True.
could enter from.
We go in from the other side. Wherever they're escaping to is how we get in.
Yeah, just don't really want to
True, but
make them very angry at us. Because we have a lot of people already very angry at us, and I just don't know how much more I can take.
We do also have a lot of allies.
We can talk to one of them. and see if they know a way.
I did come across. Oh, I had this lovely moment when you were all eating at the lamplighter's house. I met Sir Griol.
Did you?
Oh, it was lovely. I didn't want to say because a lot has happened since, and some tragedy and disaster. But I had a lovely couple of hours walking around with Sir Griol.
How was he?
He was lovely. His hair is luscious. Anyway, he said he would lend. He would lend us his aid if we needed it.
Well, it's also Sir Grield has also technically been assigned to protect you around the city by the Duke. Two things. One, and this is mainly of interest for Tom and people at home, I have canonically decided that Sir Grield looks like Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon.
Very
like
cool.
the big thick hair and the big beard. Canonically. But also, Daisy. You hear a voice. You hear Nim, who's been quite quiet. Like has been quiet whilst the sisters and that were here and things like that.
Trauma happened.
Yeah. And when you were talking about like being afraid of like the church and wanting other people to deal with it, you would hear Nim say to you, he has like nicer armor. He has cooler armor than that. But like just the face and the beard, I'm like that's Sir Griel now.
Yeah.
That's who I've been lusting over?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's sexy. He's sexy.
Yeah, you should watch the show. It's good.
You hear Nim, Daisy, say, "Little one, I know you are frightened, but if this priestess is dabbling with demons, if this guild has the power to call them through to this world, they need to be stopped. Justice needs to be served here. They cannot be allowed to continue this, whatever. They have already killed one of your friends."
Okay, yes, and I do want to do stuff about this. But if there was someone who, like, I don't know, the Duke was really angry, could we maybe just talk to him and say, "Hey, buddy, we've got this thing, and we want to go here and have a look at it"?
You have already seen that your world is so wrapped up in its laws, in its words and deeds and oaths. The Duke is bound by these laws too, but we can put a stop to this. I know you are frightened.
Okay.
I know you are scared.
Okay,
I'm with
but
you.
just if this all goes wrong, I'm fully putting some blame on you here. This is just I have to do that. I'm sorry.
You are good at being unseen. If anyone can do this, you can.
Okay, we can go to the stupid catacombs.
Good. I mean, bad because I'm also
I don't want to go to the
terrified, but
catacombs. There's more death.
I also don't want to, but we have to, right? What other choice
Well,
do we
I mean,
have?
you don't have to. You can have plenty of choices.
Be the best way to go.
But we should find out where they are that's not going through the church, because I don't want to go in there. Because I think that they'll see us. I don't think it would go well.
I could maybe. Oh, I don't really want to, though. It really is a bit of a bother, and it makes me really itchy all over.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn into a really small creature.
Can you?
Why haven't you been doing this all along?
What kind?
What would you turn into? A little mouse? Oh my god! A kitten! A
you a
really
kitten?
small kitten!
Is it a kitten?
Is it a kitten?
Is
We
it
won't
a
put you in
kitten?
a, we won't
Turn
put you in
into
a
a
bag.
kitten,
Will you
Gruff.
turn into a tiny kitten?
Is that what it is?
Gruff, carry you.
Don't keep this from us, Gruff.
Please turn into a
Come
kitten
on.
right now.
Come on, Gruff.
I could turn into a kitten.
What a good day! You know what? All those negative emotions I was feeling are gone.
I feel so much better.
Kitten Gruff.
How many times? Now? Can you do it now?
It just feels really undignified, you know?
Oh, no.
Why?
Break out. It makes me really itchy and break out.
Oh, is it hurt?
Not so much, it just makes me really itchy. And I always feel really weird, like a bit of my body's missing when I turn into a little thing.
Oh, it just becomes so cute and small.
I could carry you in my pocket.
It's still be a kitten. It's not gonna be like this big.
Come on, Rowan.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
Rowan, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forget that.
So I could turn into a kitten.
You could, yeah, you could. Yeah.
And I could get down the door and see if I can find the other exit.
Oh, that would be adorable.
Right.
Why do you have your hand up, Daisy? Just speak.
If I have a really bad day, can
No.
I just ask that you? Oh, but just if you turn
No.
into a little kitten for just a little bit, it
No.
would make me feel so much better.
No. It's degrading. I see your face. I see the pout that you're making. Put the lip away. Put the pouty lip away. Scions and Scions, me. I'm being so tested right now.
Okay.
I think that's a really good plan.
I think that's a great plan.
I think we should-
I think it's the only way.
100% go into this. That's the only way.
It's the only way.
Wonderful.
All in favour?
Anything we
All in
do.
favour? Aye.
That's 4.
I have 2 hits.
I have a tail.
Do we want to get some allies involved as well?
Yes, probably.
Please
Well-
don't make me
So
turn
they
into
all-
a kitten in front of Sir Griold.
I mean, they also have to see Kitten Gruff, and I kind of just want us to bask in the glory of Kitten Gruff. Keep that
I don't
for
feel like we're
ourselves.
gonna get anything done. It's just gonna be so distracting.
It will.
Oh, but I'm excited.
What we
Speaking of distractions, I completely forgot to do our Crucible of Fate rolls as well. I just was looking at my dice going like, oh, they're a thing. Also, I'm saving Kim a brief moment of embarrassment.
No,
Hell yeah.
no saving. Kitten Gruff.
The more you mention this, the more I'll turn into something like a badger or something like
I mean, you don't
that.
have to be a kitten. You can
Turn
just
into
be
a badger.
Just be a cat.
Just- I could,
A little rat.
could be a little
Gross, gross little rat.
Yeah, with a little
Can you
fire.
turn into a fire stove?
I can turn into
No,
a
but
fire stove.
Gruff could specifically choose to
could
be a gross rat. Yeah. Right, what do we get?
Disgusting rat.
D6 rolls. Katie.
Pizza.
Oh. 5.
A 5. 'Tis a dice for thee.
A 2.
A dice for thou.
Me.
You.
Wait, but you, me.
Thou.
Me.
Thou. Thee.
No. Me.
Me.
Thee.
Thee.
A dice for thee. A dice for thou.
Yes.
Right.
Ye. Dice for ye.
Yee. Dice for thee. Dice for thou.
I got 2.
Dice for me.
A 1.
A dice for me.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we messed up.
A dice for you.
That's all right. Even
Well, it's even
Three,
Stevens.
3 and 3. Okay.
You're really studying that D6.
I was trying to get it to the 6. I couldn't find it. For a second there, I thought this D6 didn't have a 6 on it.
But you were just looking
Can you
at
imagine? Can you imagine if that was the case?
it. Put your bag of chaos down.
Okay. Okay, well, I think we've locked in our plan. In terms of allies, we could get Sir Griol to help us, potentially, maybe, possibly.
He has been told to be nice and to help us and guard us and
Though,
save our lives.
we would be asking a knight to infiltrate the church.
For the greater good of
True, but, I mean,
fire.
They are devoted to the Duke.
yes,
Duke
but
would want us to
bound
do.
by the same laws as the Duke.
True.
Technically, we are.
So Griold is a knight of the realm, which means he is specifically sworn to Duke Ignarius. That can mean different things. It doesn't mean that I'm not saying he won't do it. I'm just saying that is, all of you, especially Gruff, would know the distinction between Knights of the Realm, who are knights of draconic lords and ladies. You have Holy Knights, who are knights of religious orders. Specifically, they are normally attributed to a certain cathedral or bishop or something like that. And then you would have the knightly orders, who are knights of specific orders that have their own missions and things like that. So the different types of knights, they does affect their oaths and the kind of things that they do a little bit differently.
Otherwise, and you should know this, Ophelia, Sister Malady, unfortunately, as a result of the ritual, that drained her quite heavily doing this ritual. So,
She's out for a couple of days.
yes.
Good to know.
Although,
Good to know.
Sister
I don't think.
Benedicta,
Oh, yes.
I don't think either of them would be very good at helping. One, because I don't like them, but two, because I don't think they'll want to infiltrate the church either.
Benedicta thinks I'm a monster.
And that Benedicta will also maybe potentially hurt.
But she can think what she wants. I think she's a monster, frankly. So,
Maybe we don't need her help.
okay.
But I think we should ask Sir Griel.
Maybe Sir Griol could guard the entrance that we take in, remaining upstairs, and then communicate to us somehow if anyone
Could be
decides to follow us.
Could be that Griol knows where the other entrance might be.
I
Potentially.
have an idea.
Okay.
The Masons Guild
Yes.
constructed this place.
Yeah.
They might have blueprints to the catacombs.
And if they're pissed off with the Lamplighters Guild and
might
want
be
to be
Language.
in favour. Excuse me, Xanthias.
Carry on.
You disrespecting your elders?
He tried to Captain America there.
Yeah.
Language.
Squaresies.
I've been cussing since you were a little lizard.
I know. Carry on.
Till you hatched out, since you've been an egg.
Since you've been an egg. I don't know, do you come from eggs?
Were you an egg?
Xanthias.
You tell me, Mark.
You would not be because your father was the dragon, right? So
Yeah.
you would not be
Xanthias
an
a
egg.
kitten gruff.
But if your mother was the dragon, I think you would come out from egg.
Egg boy!
No, I'm not an egg boy.
No, specifically Xanthias is not an egg.
Not an egg boy.
I'm going to call him an
eggshell.
egg boy now.
Top around.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Is that a worthwhile line?
Like a Yoshi.
Yeah.
That's my favourite thing.
Alright, memes are like, let's get it back on track.
Egg boy.
So, lots of cool plans, lots of cool ideas.
Maybe you and me, Gruff, because you're going to be the cute little kitten that goes through. We can see if the Masons Guild has blueprints and if you have a good access point to get in without going through the church.
Aye, good idea. And especially because they're pissed off
They might
with
have
the
good
likeness.
incentive.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. Justice
Okay.
will be done.
That's okay with you, Xanthias?
Egg boy.
Not an egg. Very specifically not an egg. Yes, I think that's a good plan.
Great. Well, I'm ready to head out. There's no time like the present. These
I
people
think
are
we have
running
to have a
away.
test run of the kitten.
Maybe we should just double check. Have you done it before?
Yes.
When did you do it? I want to know. It will make me happy.
No. Gruff just did that thing, you know, when like dads kind of just disassociate for a moment
Yeah.
and thinks of a million things, and then it's just like, no. No.
Okay. So wait, you're going to go to the Masons Guild to get the blueprints potentially.
If there are.
Some information about the catacombs, yes.
Okay. Great. I'm going to tell Ophelia about this.
Great.
Yeah,
Then everyone's on the same page.
which I think is right. And then I guess we'll meet up.
Let's say we'll take an hour. So maybe in 50 minutes, nip on down to a latte fun
Yes.
and get a round of coffees in and maybe some croissants and some
Oh my gosh.
pastries of some kind.
Pastries, coffee, and a kitten in one day. And Ophelia's back.
Here's a platinum. I've still got all the platinum.
Okay.
All the platinum.
Yeah, when you say a platinum, do you mean what? Because they gave you the
slither.
bars. Yeah, like, so that's 100 gold, basically.
In pastries.
Yeah, 100 gold.
It's okay.
stick
Keep
of
the
platinum.
bar of platinum.
I really don't want to hold this anymore, so I'm
Well,
going
if you don't, I can take it.
Okay, you
Oh,
take it.
thank you.
So did you give Ophelia the whole 100 or the whole
Oh,
500? Or yeah, there you go. 500 gold of platinum.
Wonderful, thank you.
Write it down.
I had
Because I
another
don't trust Chris Johnson to not write it down.
something to consider.
Sure.
Ophelia has come back to us now.
At the turn of the sorry.
The group is together again,
Yes.
and I think it happened in this place. She came back to us. So maybe the name of this place could be something to do with Ophelia returns. Ophelia comes back.
Yes.
I feel like we should name it for Tyria.
Tyria's turn.
Rest.
Tyria's rest.
Tyria's right.
In Ashen's rest. Think about it. We're gonna go
I like
get our
that idea.
blueprint.
Ophelia, Dampier.
I just think it's quite sentimental now. We lay Tyria to rest. Ophelia is risen.
The companions return.
Yeast.
Yeast.
It rises.
Your yeast.
Yeah, yeast.
My brain hurts.
All right.
That caused physical pain.
So Tom, do you want to actually role play the chat with Ophelia,
I think I can.
or do you want to
I
smash cut it?
The context, Ophelia, is 400 years ago.
World smash cut?
Yeah. Unless there's, I mean,
unless you guys wanna have a
the
conversation.
entire story, which you would have already heard as Ree. But like, if there's any questions you have afterwards, we can go straight into that
Okay.
at the end of it. But otherwise,
How are you? Are you okay? Do you need anything?
how am I? I'm fine right now. If anything, I feel great. At least, well, now the curse is gone, I feel really good. But, as you said, the hand, that's worse. And that started at some point, so I don't know what's next.
Well, how long's it been since I first saw that on the road?
Well, when you first saw that is pretty much when I first saw it, but that was...
Give me a moment. I'm bringing up my calendar.
Give or take. Well, we did have that day when we did the thing. We stayed up all night, so that confused the calendar a little bit. I'm trying to remember.
That
We
would've
arrived at this
been-
time. 1, 2, 3.
That was when you fought the gnolls on the road, right?
Yes.
We fought the Knolls, which was... And then we arrived
Oh,
in
we've been in
Ashforest.
Ashen's Rest.
7. It's about 8 days, just about a week.
It's been about 8 days.
We've got so much.
8 days. And it's that far already.
Yes.
Right.
It's what, about here at the moment along the wrist or so?
Halfway up the
Halfway
arm.
up
the
the
arm, yeah.
forearm, yeah, but it
Yeah,
was...
so when you
to
saw it,
begin
it
with,
was just the hand.
just the hand.
That's concerning how quickly it's spreading.
You're telling me. But I don't know how much I can cover up, how much worse it's going to get.
Yes.
I mentioned to the others, Blackwing. Might be able to go to Blackwing for aid, but they almost killed me
yes.
just identifying it.
Well, I think after all of this is wrapped up, we need to see into this as soon as. I'd like to keep you around for as long as possible.
I'd like to keep you around,
Oh, thank you.
which is why I was so annoyed.
Oh. Oh.
But that's Xanthias.
Thank you for telling me. I know I saw what I saw on the road, and I've been asking questions. It wasn't because I didn't trust you. It's because I wanted to know more about you.
And I wanted to tell you. I was going to... Don't tell the others this. I was going to tell you first.
Oh.
Because I knew that you would be on my side. I told you about the
always.
hand and you kept it silent. I could have told you about more and I knew you would have kept it silent. And then you went and died.
I'm sorry for dying. I really am. I've never fought a demon before. I've seen them and I've heard of them, but I've never actually come close, face to face with demons and the like. And I was stutid, probably. I was overzealous.
It was... No one knew what we were facing up against in that fight. We all made mistakes. I made maybe more than others. And I just got lucky. And you got unlucky.
Well, I was protecting you all. I've only known you all for a short time, but you have become precious to me.
And you to us, so don't go charging in. We have your back, just as you have ours.
Thank you.
With that, then we'll cut over to the team heading towards the Stonemasons Guild, aka the Coil of the Empress.
This whole journey,
Yes.
Rowan is asking, can you turn into a beetle?
Yes.
Can you turn into a lizard?
Yes.
Can you turn into a lion?
Yeah.
Bit big.
Bit big.
Not quite yet.
Not-
Adjacent cat.
I don't know. It's only of a certain amount of mass at the moment. I'm not very good at it.
Well, that means you need to practice a lot.
Or I
Much like me in the loot.
just not do it. I can do lots of other stuff.
Well, you could, and no one would stop you from not doing it, but Just think of Daisy's face when you have to tell her you'll never be a kitten again.
I'm quite immune to that.
Right. I'll find a new tactic. Either way, here we are.
I think you'll find the little pouty lip doesn't work on me.
Yeah, you're used to that. You see the marvelous stone tower with the spiral design making its way up. You can see a couple of the attendants for the Imperial Flame, the worshippers of this, the Dragon Empress herself, doing the front. They're doing the same thing they were before, sort of speaking to people that come and go. But in the tower itself, you can see the Stonemasons Guild at work, doing what they do, taking work orders, preparing jobs. You can see that you can probably see hung up on the walls of the tower that there are these kind of tapestries with schematics of buildings and things like that, like you kind of like the architectural plans of things that have been laid around. You see a young halfling man who is attending the desk. He's got little sort of like spectacles, like little medieval spectacles, like with the wooden rims and the big thick kind of arms. A little mop of like monk-style haircut, and he's just like, hello, can we help you? Business with the guild?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Rowan.
He's
This is
looking
Robert.
directly up this little halfling man.
Tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello to you both.
We're wondering if the Masons Guild has information or documents about the building of Ashen's Rest.
Of course we do, sir. Yes, of course, indeed, my good sir, my good fellow. We keep all of our architectural plans here. The Stonemasons Guild, it has been a very long-established part of Ashen's Rest, ever since, even before the Duke, his father, who founded the town and was the former lord. We have been a big part of it. We have laid the walls themselves, every brick in the walls, every of the major building, even Dominus Ignarum, the Stonemasons Guild was a part of. We obviously do not keep the schematics for the ducal palace here. They are kept in a secure vault up at the Duke's palace, of course. But the rest of the town, yes, we have. Is there something in particular of interest to you? Are you fans of architecture, or are you looking to have something built, or?
If you mention any sort of stone around me, I go beet red. I love a stone.
He really
I
does.
really love stones.
He really does.
And I've really taken a liking to Ashen's Rest's architecture,
Right.
specifically the catacombs.
Catacombs. Oh!
Bright Shadow Cathedral.
Yes, the cathedral. Excuse me. A little bit of my mango juice.
It was perfect today.
We make it fizzy with magic. Yes, no, we have the cathedral. Yes, we constructed the cathedral, and yes, there are some catacombs built into there. Yeah, he sort of goes, it's funny, actually. It is something I always found it quite curious. You know, there was a problem when they were originally building the cathedral, because they wanted to have a series of catacombs to lay the ashes of those who were laid to rest. You know, normally the House of Bindings deals with a lot of that, and they do with it, but the cathedral themselves wanted some catacombs for some of the more pious and wealthy citizens to be laid to rest and things like that. But you know, it was interesting because they had to contend with the sewers, the city, the town sewer system, and the two tunnels were very closely overlaid. They had to be very careful to build them next to each other, but not to allow any sort of foulness or things to make its way into. So it was a lot of clever engineering was done and very careful planning. And
They must be such intricate blueprints.
Yes, well, let me fetch someone, and he finds an assistant to come and take his place. He's like, come with me. And you can see that he carries like a big set of keys on a large metal wrought
We're
ring.
not taking up too much of your time, are we?
No, this is why I'm here. I'm here to help people with these sort of matters. And he takes you down, not up, but down the spiral staircase, into a kind of records room. And like he opens up the door, and you can see that this isn't like a secret place. This is kind of kept as a place for people to come and look at architectural plans and things like that. And he takes you over, and he goes. There are these several large kind of wall-mounted, almost like stone drawers that are like placed into the walls of the room itself. And as he pulls them out, they come out on these slick, long rails. And there are these, tubes of leather, kind of large poster tubes. He pulls them out and begins laying out plans. He's like, now we have to go back quite far. Oh, yes, here we are. Yes, original plans of the cathedral. And he lays out the architectural plans. And you can see the layout of the tower, of the cathedral. Sorry, you have the main sort of chamber, the side rooms. There is a balcony, sort of a second and even third floor where the bell tower is. And he points to a section just behind the altar, the main cathedral, where you can see on the plans there are stairs leading down. So here is the entrance to the catacombs, and then he shuffles it along and moves the paper. And you can see here it enters, and yeah, clear enough, there is a large map of like the catacombs themselves. Now, obviously, these are all sealed up and independent, and you can see that there are several channels here. Each of these rooms has been built with alcoves for the ashes of the departed. This section here was reserved for the sort of more affluent members to have their own private chambers, and you can see there's like a series of one-off small little rooms. And then these larger rooms are for more public collections of the things built into the alcoves, small plaques for where each of the urns are placed. Now, it's interesting because it's here, and he points to one long stretch. This section here, and it's almost a strange zigzag shape. The reason it had to be designed in this manner was because a sewer line runs directly along here. So they had to change it and put it at a diagonal, whereas normally you would have another chamber built into
So
there.
when the catacombs go at an angle.
Yeah, this section, and it's one section, it's basically like one diagonal line.
I'm making a distinct note of that.
Yeah,
bit.
sure.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I'd say like at this point you guys can navigate it. You can see that the catacombs, it's not labyrinthian, it's quite clearly marked into kind of almost like a square with adjacent rooms leading off of it, and then just one corner of it is like a diagonal line rather than a right-angled line. And he points to it and says like, yes, and it explains that, yeah, basically they had to do that to not run into the older sewer system that was put in place.
You don't happen to have the sewer plans as well? I'd be interested to see how they
Well, we
relate.
do, but they've been remodeled. It was the original sewers were built a long time ago, and as there have been improvements to sanitation and magic and things like that, they have been altered. But the older tunnels, and again, he goes through and he starts pulling out these maps and things like that. He oversees it. Now, here are the more modern sewers which we use today. These funnel filth away, it goes into the river, downstream, all of that kind of business. But these, and he kind of shuffles the papers around. Now, these are the originals. They were much larger because back in when the Empire was first founded, when Ashen Rest was first founded, there was a lot more sort of manual effort that needed to be cleaned to make sure that there were not beasts and critters and things like that. Now we have magical materials, and do you know what I hear that they even employ? Wizards create slimes that digest the filth, and they send them down the modern sewers, and they sort of scoop up all of the debris and that sort of thing. But these older ones, crews would have to come in and sort of clean out any filth or creatures. Sometimes vault spawn would make their way down there. But yes, these are the original ones. And you see here, this section, this is the part that they had to build around, yes.
You see that, Griffith, yes?
Yes,
Right
I do.
there.
I'm looking
Make
at
a
it.
good
Yes.
mental note of that.
Are you students of sort of masonry and architectural design?
We're hobbyists, if anything, but
Oh, yes, very good.
got to start somewhere.
I'm on a pilgrimage.
To learn about sewers?
No, to
What a strange custom.
learn about the cathedral.
Oh, the cathedral. Oh, so you're interested.
He's the sewer enthusiast.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I
well,
see.
stony
Yes,
things,
yes, yes. Well, I mean, yes, it was quite fascinating. You know, the aim of the original guild masters, mostly dwarves, as is the way. They were trying to help build something new for the city and things like that. Very, very fascinating. Yes.
Quite.
But yes, I hope it's been rather educational for you.
It's been eye-opening.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Well, no, you're more than welcome. We do.
Take a note of the map. Can we?
Oh, you like some? I don't have any parchment here. I mean, these are originals. You can't possibly take these.
I would never suggest.
Why are we laughing?
We should go.
Yes, I'm afraid I don't have any parchment or anything on me.
You have parchment?
No, because I'm not Nova.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I don't know who Nova is, but yes, yes. I mean, and also, well, a donation is usually made to the guild for sort of coming and
I just gave away my platinum bar. So.
that would be quite a donation, platinum bar.
Griffith, you're going to have to spot the man.
I've got to take
I mean, it's a donation. Obviously, it is not compulsory, but it is
have been
appreciated.
most helpful.
He holds out gold.
Oh, a gold piece. Oh, very kind of
Takes
you.
another gold.
If you want,
Yes, another gold. That's very kind of
would you like
yes.
it in bronze instead for the?
No,
clever-
no, gold, 2 gold pieces. Thank you very much. A
Because I
gold
do have
each,
some
perhaps.
bronze.
Yes.
Is that satisfactory?
Yes.
It is certainly a donation. Thank you very much.
Well, with that all nicely wrapped up. Good day.
Good day to you. Good day.
Thank you for your time.
What a waste of
Pockets it.
time!
Yeah, he's like muttering to as you guys are making your way back up. So yes, it's just up the stairs and freeloading. Bloody tourists. At least they could do 5 gold each. He's like muttering like to himself.
out to got the
I got all of them. I got to put them all away again. Yeah, he's a halfling, right? So yeah, he has to get the little ladder out. Like
too old for this.
I used up a bit on my lunch break. Slides it all down.
Goes back to his
But
busy mango juice.
what I would like the 2 of you to do
Yeah.
is you can either, if you are trained, if you are proficient in survival, you may use survival. Otherwise, it is going to be an intelligence check.
I am proficient
I
in
am
survival.
in survival.
Well, then you can both
Oh.
make survival checks. And this is to represent like how well you can you've memorized those
Retain.
maps and familiarize yourself with the landmarks and things like that to try and find them.
You say advantage.
No, you can just use survival
Inspiration.
instead of intelligence. Gruffer still does have a bardic inspiration.
Ooh,
You could also spend a fate point.
I'll bardic inspiration this.
All right. Well,
Remind
what's
me
your
what
bardic
bardic
D6?
D6, right?
D6.
Yeah.
It's a free D6.
Also,
14 plus 6 is a 20. 24.
24. Yeah, Gruff, you have cemented a kind of.
Mind map!
Well, yeah, and I mentioned, maybe using landmarks of there's a very. Yeah, he mentioned that there was this large room full of these, and that's the closest room to that. And then on the old sewers, that was overlaid here, but then you kind of create that mind map of it.
Also, technically, if it's interring ashes and it's a columbarium, not a catacomb, this is very strange here. Maybe it's something to do with the custom.
I don't know what that fancy word that you used is.
You hear your fancy
columbarium.
words.
Columbarium.
Columbarium, I don't know what that is.
It's where you put ashes.
Well, they call it a catacombs, but they put ashes in it.
Because it's Ashen's Rest.
It's ashes rest.
In a world of dragons and magic, lay off,
Columbarium.
all right?
Colinferthium.
It's one in Cyberpunk.
I don't give a shit.
My grandparents' ashes are in a columbarium in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Playing
Well,
the cultural
I'm
card.
going to put you in a Colinferthium.
What does that even mean?
Please do.
I don't know.
what you could have done with but you nailed it, is roll that d6 again because I had bardic versatility.
Oh, do you want me to do it again?
Well, you got a
Just to
6
get
on
even
it.
more? I got
You
a
got-
4.
Oh, you got 4. You can see if you get higher.
I did not get higher. I rolled a 4 again.
Okay.
I got a 50.
You got 15? 15's enough that you've got a good idea of it.
I've forgotten everything.
No, you have a good idea of it, but it's not as good as... so for the purposes of this, because you got way above the DC for it, 15 was the DC, so you've memorized that map and you can kind of have a good idea of how to navigate it. But for Grufford, you don't even need to make checks or anything
There.
to go there. You can just get there once you're inside. You would have had advantage on navigating the catacombs and things to get there.
Thankfully,
Rowan,
I
but-
can't turn into a little kitten, so...
Well,
Don't
you
have
might
to
still
now.
need to go down there. You don't know.
Don't need to anymore.
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking at it, Katie. Katie is holding up her journal entry.
The little drawing of a maybe gruff kitten.
In a
It's a
bag.
kitten in a bag, and
In a
it
bag.
says, "Don't do this."
Don't do this.
Gruff doesn't want to go in a bag.
The other thing I'm going to give you on the 24 survival check is not only would you memorize the location of where that section was, I would say you can identify points that you could enter into the old sewer system, not within the church. So, and in fact, with the because that's it's only 5 ahead. You got 24, right?
Yeah, 24. So I rolled a 14 plus 6 plus 4.
Plus 4, so 24. Not quite 10 over the DC then. But yeah, you can identify that there are several parts of Ashen's Rest, not like manhole covers, but they would be sewer grates built into the sides of streets and things like that, where you think you can get access to the old sewer system.
Okay. Sweet.
I think we've done a great job here.
I feel pretty good about this.
And now, for some pastries. I really hope they've gone to latte fun.
I really hope so as well.
Well, let's find out.
I'm drawing a kitten in my journal.
Just like kicking your legs on the balcony.
That's all I've been doing.
Daisy,
Huh?
we're going to meet the others. But first, latte fun.
Pastries.
Yes, coffees,
Yeah.
pastries.
You said that like a goblin.
And then we're going to the catacombs, which is weird because ordinarily they'd be called Colin Firthian, but I guess they have catacombs here. But we need to pick up the coffees, the pastries, and then we meet the others.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Good. Wait, have you been to a latte fun?
Yeah.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going there.
All right.
For the whole shebang.
All right.
I'm buying the shop.
Yeah, you go there, you find Maeve.
I'll take the lot.
Okay, you buy the whole lot, like everything in the store.
Special pastry of the day?
Their pastry of the day is called a cauldron. What would it be called? It'd be called like a cauldron flume, and it's like a cannoli. And this is a pistachio and hazelnut flume. It's called
Double nut.
cauldron flume.
Double nuts and cream.
Yeah, and it's got like almonds speckled with chocolate on the outside.
That's insane.
Triple nut with a bit of chocolate as well.
Quadruple nut.
And it's like a
I've never
wafery
seen a
cannoli.
cauldron quad nut.
I have. Messy.
I'll take 5 of your cauldron quad nuts, please.
I don't. What voice did I give Maeve? Was she
think
Scottish?
Irish.
No,
No,
she was
no,
Irish.
she's Irish.
She was Irish. That's
Mrs.
right.
Doyle, yeah.
A bit of Mrs. Doyle and a bit of Jacksepticeye there. 'Cause I can't help him. It's like when he does
Sorry,
it.
what was that you said then?
Well, I don't have a quad nut. I've got the flume, the pistachio and hazelnut flume.
Okay, well, I'll take the pistachio and hazelnut.
Okay, how many would you like?
5.
All right, 5.
6.
6? 5 or 6?
Another one.
And would you like any drinks? I've got a special. We've got a special blend from the Suncrest styles. We've got a Suncrest blend in for the coffee, or we can have you can have cauldron blend.
How bitter?
It's a bit sweeter actually.
Sweeter?
It's a bit sweeter the Suncrest style one.
That's
yeah.
good.
That one.
Yeah, cauldron's a bit bitter, and
5 of those, 5 of the other the
6.
flumes.
5.
5.
All right, 5 it is. All right, 5. And she'll start like putting them,
how much
making
it
up
is.
little bags and things like that.
We got tight on money.
They would be.
No, we're not. We have 500 gold worth of platinum.
Blood money.
It would
They
be-
killed her.
The drinks would be about
Mine. I died for
We
this.
earned that money.
more brass coins. And the things. Probably that's silver piece each, 5 silver. That's for the coffee and the cake.
Nice.
Coffee and pastry. 5
There,
silver pieces.
done. I have just spent platinum on you.
Take that back and spend silver.
Oh my god. I've
You
lost,
just hand
I
a
have
platinum
lost
coin.
everything.
Ruined.
I'm never going to financially recover
Do you
from that.
accept crown steel?
Maeve eats it and becomes a god. No, yeah. Maeve will be like, well, if you just want to take a seat, I'll go prepare those and I can bring them out.
Okay. Where are you meeting the others, by the way?
I think the Stonemasons Guild.
Oh, there's- okay.
Is that where we're going?
Ooh, you said here. You said we're waiting here. You
Here.
said pastries. You said pastries and coffee.
We are
Meat
not
here.
here. It's what you remember.
Do you reckon we have time to stop by the Grumpy Hog on the way?
Maybe. Why?
I'm parched.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's what the coffee's for.
wine, Xanthias.
Coffee? Have you tried it?
I don't think I have tried coffee. No,
Oh.
this coughed tea.
Excuse me?
Coughed tea.
No, coffee.
No,
coffee.
Coffee.
Cough.
It's definitely not something that would be an Osseous, no.
It gives you
Give it a try.
good old energy
Why
burst.
would you name a drink after a physical reaction to something? You know.
No,
Wine.
What? Well, yes, but wine is wine. Coffee's like coffee.
Yeah, but whining is.
That's what I do. I like to whine. I go, wine likes me.
Well, try coffee.
Okay.
It'll wake you up. How tired are you, by the way?
I don't feel
I guess you've had
tired. I
quite
just
a-
feel hungry.
What kind of hungry? Croissant hungry? Oh, okay.
that's not croissant left.
Okay.
This has been a while, isn't it, actually? Has it been 2 days?
Yes.
God, it's been 2 days.
And you hadn't, even then, that was before you hadn't really drunk before.
But
It's
what
been
about
2 days.
That's how I
Right.
feel if I haven't had any good food in a couple of days. So maybe I understand now a little bit more.
the gruff did?
Just needs.
Oh, no, that's
you
true,
had
yeah.
this
Gruff
one?
did feed, actually, yeah, the blood that Gruff fed you. But yeah, 2 days is
Quite a
still
lot.
yeah.
30 hit points
Yeah,
worth.
you hurt 30 hit points worth.
I'll be all right for a little while.
Okay, good. Me too.
Good, good.
Are you good?
No, I want pastries.
Okay, fine.
They the pastries and coffees I brought over for you. We have you guys meet back up. You guys eventually meet up, and that is where we're going to take our break. It's
Okay.
break time.
Yeah.
When we come back, what is the plan when we come back? Like before, so I've got a chance to think on the break what I need to do.
Going down the sewers?
Storm the catacombs.
You want to go and
Are we
explore?
going to sewers?
And
We're going to
into
talk
this.
to Grill.
Well, you're going to
Yeah, maybe we
So
want to get
grilled.
grilled to
We're
come
going
with
to try and
us.
find Segreal first.
And then find a good sewer entry point
which you know about, right?
and go in.
Okay.
Old sewers.
Alrighty.
And crucially, there is no need for kitten gruff.
We'll see.
Alrighty.
We'll see.
In that case, we will see you just after our break. Enjoy our fan art video, brand new fan art video.
Yeah, baby.
And go and check that out. And thanks again. We will see you after this. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're dealing with some sillies, some break sillies. Rhiannon is crying. Are you okay there? You okay, bud?
He did a goblin.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Mischief has been happening.
Little legs.
Trot did a heckin' scramble.
It was a scramble.
It was a little goblin.
Threw
crawl.
himself under the curtain to get out of the set. It was, it was a lot.
Rhiannon's like,
It was an
really
experience.
Right. With that, we're going to jump back in. Just before we do, just again, another quick reminder, go and check out Only Games crates. High Rollers 20 to get 20% off your first crate as well. Also, don't forget, we now have highrollersdnd.com, which is our website. We're going to be posting more stuff there. It's going to be slowly updating over time, but it is now there and live.
Yeah.
Slowly.
I just remembered.
Yeah. The other day, Trot asked me for a character description for Xanthias. I said, straight up jorking it in Altheya, and by it, haha, well, let's just say my peanuts. He put that in there. That didn't get updated.
Oh no.
So my character description on the website right now
Oh no.
Trot and
Jorking it.
Why is it always you two? Why?
So if you want to
Why did you put it on the website?
He told me that's his description.
Shut up, Trot. Shut up. You-
That'll be updated, but if you want to see a piece of history, that is my current official character
Oh, we're
description.
so unprofessional.
Did
this
Katie,
time.
did Daisy get a character profile?
I forgot to say.
Okay. Ree, you got one. I got one.
Oh,
It's right there. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh my god.
That is the official description for Xanthias right now.
It's on the website.
As per the
Straight up
official
looking at it.
High Rollers
canon.
website. That's
It's
canonical.
fine as a joke. You didn't have to put it on the website.
Yeah, but
Kind of did.
hey, you know what this is? Traffic.
Click that website.
If you want to see it, it's there.
Why do they do this to
Friends,
me?
we're very
Why?
professional.
We're so professional.
Anyway, you want to play some D&D?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if he does anymore. I think
Fucking
he's kind of
hell.
done with us.
I think he wants to cancel us.
Yeah.
But
I think this
I
is
would.
yeah.
we just
this is
launched
how
the
it
website,
ended.
dude. This is pro as hell.
I knew it was
Straight up
cursed.
short. Right. All right. Let's just get this fucking show back on the road. Let's just get it done. All right. We'll see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Altheya the Dragon Empire. Previously, our heroes, having reunited with Ophelia, have discussed her return. They have also begun making inquiries into the investigation into the Lamplighters Guild. Their investigation into the Lamplighters Guild. They have uncovered plans of Ashen Rest, including schematics of an old sewer system and the catacombs beneath Bright Shadow Cathedral.
Yes.
And now the plan is to gather maybe some allies and then to investigate said tunnels and catacombs.
Yes.
And that is where we are right now.
But we've got a load of coffee.
You do indeed.
And
You have now
pastry.
met back up. I believe Ophelia was trying coffee for the very first time.
Yes.
Have you actually had any yet in the time since we've met the others?
What do you think Ophelia's reaction to coffee would be? Because I know Rhiannon loves coffee.
I love it.
Yeah, but would Ophelia love it?
It's not wine, is it?
It's not wine.
It's hot. It's like hot. Like
Yeah.
It's like hot.
Has it got like a lid? Can you actually see?
warm.
No, it's not a Starbucks.
No, yeah.
There's no lid. It's served
it
in
is
like a
just-
pretty plain mug. If you don't bring your own, they
It's like a
provide,
latte though,
wooden
right?
cups.
It's like a foamy.
There's a bit of there's like a foaminess to it.
Yeah, I imagine she'd kind of be off put by that because she did like.
Well, milk would also not be a big thing in
No,
Oxus.
so it's like this weird like thick foamy thing.
House of Bones must have milk.
Strong bones.
Magical bones. They get calcium in other sources.
Okay.
House of Bones sponsored by milk.
Got
Big
milk.
milk. Yeah.
I hate all of you so much.
Do you know what?
You
It's
have to
kind
trust
of.
me, Ophelia. It's lovely.
But it's like, it's like separated. It's like there's this furry, foamy. It's thick.
You just see Maeve looking really sad that you don't like her drink.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's fine. It's not for everyone. It's
It might be like the foam on the top. It might be like this the white foam. I should stop talking.
Just try the foam on its own. Trust me, it's good.
Okay.
And then have a little bit of the drink underneath that, and then
Okay.
try it together. And trust me, you'll feel great.
Okay.
Does Ophelia like sweet things? Like sweet, because sweets would be a thing.
Yeah, she probably would like having fruits and stuff and like
candied fruits and things like that. I think would be like a thing that the Countess maybe, in a kind of bit of a Narnia way, the Countess probably like gives like candied sweets and sort of Turkish delights out to her favoured servants and things.
Sugary almonds.
Yeah.
So I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that there's an inherent sweetness to the drink that might appeal to Ophelia, but it's definitely strange. That's a 10.
It's unusual, but it's. I understand. I suppose why this might be appealing. Sorry.
No, not you. It was Mark doing the noise.
The cat.
A fucking spoon.
Creamy flavour. That's a 10. Nobody's gonna know what we're talking about. We shouldn't make this
Someone
dumb
does.
joke.
I know. We all know.
I was gonna say it's a really good job that we're about to go in the sewers because I feel like that's where we all belong today. Like,
It's a 10.
That's
yeah. We just belong in the gutter.
Well, anyway, while Ophelia is
Enjoying
trying
her.
the delicacies of Cauldre, are we intending to meet with Griold? Knight Griold? Sir Griold?
Oh, I really hope so.
Maybe they can help us get into the catacombs. What did you find, by the way?
Oh, we found that the catacombs actually align with the old sewers. And I think I found an entry point. Rowan, can you manipulate stone?
Manipulate stone. I would never do such a thing to such a precious, innocent rock.
Right, okay, I've upset him.
Why would I manipulate a rock when all it speaks is truth?
Can you ask Rock to move?
I'll move rock.
Yes.
With some strength, sure.
Would you be up for doing that?
I guess, yes. Lifting rocks.
I'm not actually on the same page at all here. I've got no idea what's going on.
I was just thinking if we go down in the old sewers, find where it aligns with the catacombs, we'd need
Find
to...
a breach point.
Yes, we need to push some rocks out of the way to break through.
Yes. That's fine.
Right.
I can do that. I'm a kind of strong.
You're a big boy.
Yes.
Big boyo. Big strong arms.
Not pretty big.
Wait, we're going into the sewers now.
The old sewers of Ashen's Rest are built
Still
adjacent to the catacombs. So much so that the catacombs had to be altered in their plans to go alongside the sewers as a diagonal point with which they almost cross.
For the greater good, for the greater good, for the greater good. We're going in the sewers.
Old sewers,
Did we
not
say
in
sewers? I meant lovely smelling tunnels.
An underground... nice
Cesspit.
life.
shit pipe.
It's okay, it's for the greater good. With justice will be done, no
It's-
matter what.
It's for the greater
For
good.
the greater good, for the greater good. Oh, great
We must
Father.
stop these demons.
Greater good.
And where are we planning on jumping into nice-smelling tunnels?
I calculated from what the stonemason showed us. I found a point.
The closest sewer access point from the surface down
Well, so
to this
that's a good
diagonal.
question. Do you want the closest sewer point to the catacombs, like where the two match up, or do you want the closest sewer point to you right now?
What's the most subtle?
It would definitely be easier to find one that's like down an alleyway in between the middle of the streets. The one that's close to the Bright Shadow Cathedral and the Duskrise district is like out in the open. It's on like a big street. It'd be kind of difficult to get in there subtly without being seen. There is one which is further away that is tucked between buildings that you could probably easily slip into.
That one.
But then you'll have to navigate the old sewers to get to the point you want to get to. But you're pretty confident that you can do that.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's daytime, so we'll get it's easy to spot us if we're going in somewhere obvious.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's if you've seen the scene in Ghostbusters 2 where they have to in the middle of the street. Hey, yeah, it'd be similar to that.
What are you doing?
Whereas, like, finding one which is sort of off to the side, you'll just have to navigate these old sewer tunnels to get there.
It's all right. I know it like the back of my paw.
And if, for whatever reason, I can't move enough stones to get a full-sized adult through, we might have to resort to a kitten.
What a shame.
Oh, that'd be
To
terrible.
squeeze through these tiny rocks.
Oh, if only there was someone that could do that. You know?
What a shame.
Someone. I mean, anyone can.
Well, where's the closest then, Gruffith?
It would be in the. I don't actually have my little Ashen's rest map. I don't know
It's
where.
right in front of you.
It's
There, on the pedestal.
No, as if
You got a secret one?
secretly map. I can use this. Yeah, it would probably be in the Grey Forge district, tucked in like a little alleyway, sort of over, sort of here-ish, maybe.
Okay, so we're in the bottom left corner right now, southwest.
Yeah, you're
and we
down
need
over
to go
here. Head up here,
to the northern.
sort of in between like this little alleyway here, and then it will worm its way over this area.
So we could swing by
didn't
Grumpy
know.
Old if we want.
What?
Troll was doing everything he could to do podcast descriptions now, and you just went, yeah, here, there.
Southwest to the north.
Yeah.
Fuck the podcast. I don't mean that podcast. I'm sorry.
love
Yes,
you.
to go. You are currently in the southwest corner over here. Grey Forge district is in the north. The alleyway is kind of tucked in close to the Grey Forge gate, and then you would be making your way northeast from there
Towards the cathedral.
towards the cathedral on the Duskrise district.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent.
All right. Do you still plan to go and speak to Sir Griol? Do you know where he is right now?
Do we have some means of contacting Sir Griot?
Could just pretend we're in danger and he comes and rescues us.
I am very meek and firm and vulnerable.
Oh, you are. You really are.
Thank you. I just stand out in the open and knights crowd around me.
Protect this vulnerable boy!
We didn't see Sir
God, you're
Grail,
so
like,
pathetic.
around our tavern or anything like that.
Not yet, no. I mean, it is still like, it's only just barely midday.
He wasn't with the Duke when the Duke landed at the tavern, was he?
He was not, no.
Okay.
No, he was. They basically said that they would have Sir Griel basically come and be a sort of bodyguard, but that was literally last night, and you've only been a few hours. Like, if he's doing other stuff, they might not have had a chance to send him over yet.
Grilled and stuff.
Could we leave a message for him and his eyes only, updating him on our situation?
But I don't have the means to do that. Anyone else magically send messages or?
Or leave one here in the tavern is what I'm suggesting.
Why do I feel like we got a scroll of sending?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
I believe it was given to you by the High Authority, right?
Yes.
Aside from that,
I felt like
I
that's
can't
for
spell.
emergencies.
yeah.
Maybe we can send that if we are in danger and we need a knight.
Aye, but it might take some time for him to make his way down to wherever we are.
Then it's us. I think trying to find Sir Griot at this point might take longer than us just...
We would know rough places that knights are stationed throughout.
He is a Knight of the Realm, so he's probably at the Dominus Ignarum, or he would be at the Forge, the fortress, the sort of barracks of the town.
That's not
Those are the
far
two
from
places
us.
that he would be.
Well, I guess if we go up
Look en route.
towards, en route, can we just pop our heads in and be like, hey, brah!
It's not far from us.
Yeah, you can make it on your way there. Yeah, if you head up the Heart's Way towards the centre of town, sort of come down here, head up here, you go past the Forge. The Dominus Ignarum is off the beaten track, though. And to be honest, if he's at the Dominus Ignarum, you're not really going to get in there to ask him. But you could stop by the Forge, ask if he's there, and then carry on, and then make your way up to the Grey Forge district.
All right. That's our plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Good plan.
All right, you guys set out. Are you taking Percival with you, Ophelia, or are you going to leave him in the inn?
I will leave him here for safety.
Okay. Do you give him any instructions whilst you're away?
Maybe just guard the perimeter, not guard the perimeter, but just keep watch.
Keep watch, all right?
Yeah.
He stands in the middle of the room and stares at the door and keeps his head, and he just rotates every while. He just like spins and then resets, and then he spins and he resets.
That might be enough to ward off anyone that wants.
Well, it's also like as like he can only follow basic instructions, right? And like to keep watch, to him, the best way he can do that is to stand there and then every so often just check all around it.
Yeah.
I also feel like this is the kind of instruction where, like, if someone turned up and set fire to the inn, like, he's just gonna
He'll just watch.
just watch.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
carry on.
100%. By the way, keeping watch does not mean intervene in any way. Like he will basically keep watch and then try and send word to you in some way or find you or something.
It's like a golden Labrador. Like they'll just like watch as the burglar just steals all your stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he might be a good deterrent, but he will certainly stay there and keep watch as much as he can. He'll patrol around. He won't do that. He'll like patrol around. And stuff.
Retriever, not a
Thank you.
Labrador, for fuck's sake.
He just bows his head.
Embarrassing.
Won't be long.
Bows his head.
Yep.
And maybe smooths down your outfit and sort of tidies your hair before you leave. And you guys make your way. You pass by the forge. Roll. Seeing as it's Kim, roll a D100 for me, and I'm going to say that there is a 50-50 chance of Sir Griol being there.
I mean, this is the obvious one from the bag of chaos.
Bag of chaos.
The D100 is, of course.
Bag of
everyone's
chaos. Bag of chaos.
favourite. Big ball D100.
Wow.
That's a good question, and it's for you to find out. Roll this D100 for me, please.
This is horrible.
Everyone knows about this one.
It's a sphere.
This is a classic.
So 50 or lower,
It's still rolling. Oh, it did land on something.
Top one.
The very, very top one.
87. So
Yeah.
87.
So Grild is not at the forge. I was going to say 50 or
your
lower.
ball 100.
Throw that at me, please don't.
Yeah.
I feel like 87 is good though.
It was just a 50. It was a way to determine a 50-50. There was a 50 chance that he was going to be there. I was going to say if it was 50 or lower,
never stop.
he was going to be at the forge.
11.
50 or higher, he was going to be at Dominus Ignarum. No, you already rolled it
Can I
once.
roll it with a proper
No.
dice and not this golf ball?
No, you can, however, take that golf ball so Tom never has access to it again.
What? That's yours to use now. That replaces your D100.
It does not.
Them's the rules. I don't
lost
make the
it.
rules.
Yeah. It's
What?
gone.
I don't know where it is.
Aw, I paid a lot of money for that one specifically.
You inquire. I'd say it's probably Bliss out on guard duty. No, actually, Bliss wouldn't be on guard duty.
Why?
So it would be.
What happened to Bliss?
It would just be a random.
Where are they?
It would be a random
Mark,
sergeant.
why won't you make eye contact with me?
It is a random sergeant on gate who, when you inquire, will just say like. No, I'm afraid that Sir Griald isn't here at the moment. I believe, I don't know if he's up at the Dominus Ignarum or out in the town, but he's certainly not in the barracks, I'm afraid. If you're asking for it, would you like me to leave a message for Sir Griald if he comes by?
Oh, me?
Also,
How do we-
I'm going to roll something.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know who you are, so he's just like, oh, yeah, you're traveling. But like, there's a chance that he might be like, aren't you the lady who got killed the other night?
She got better.
She got bad.
Yeah. We do want to leave a message.
All right.
We're just going to take a quick huddle.
Okay, that's fine.
Do we want to make a subtle message that only Griot would understand?
I don't think he would understand it. Because why would we be doing it?
We are pursuing
A lead.
our demons.
We could just say head to the catacombs.
Head to the smelliest place with which
But the old ones of those smelly.
Yes.
the oldie smell.
Okay,
old
I'm just
smelly
going to
smell.
write down head to the catacombs.
No, the old soup.
I mean,
But
if
he's
you're going
the
to write
only
it down,
one- he's
seal
the
it, give it
only-
to this guy, tell him
Yeah,
what to
he's the only one
Yeah,
who's going
okay.
to see it.
Cool. What are you writing it on, and how are you sealing it?
Write it on my back. I'll stay.
Tell him this.
Like, the guy doesn't. It's not like he's got a pen and paper and some envelopes on him.
we
Do you know
just
what I
tell
mean?
him?
I have a
You
pen
can
and
tell him,
paper.
but yeah.
I have a pen and paper on me.
Sure. Okay. You can't. So you haven't got anything to seal it in, but you could write it
No, but I
down.
could write it down.
I sealed with a curse.
Here you go. I wrote it down.
Okay, write down.
We should probably say who it's from as well.
We still need a team name.
From Daisy and Xanthius and Griffith of Tremoro and Rowan and Sister Ophelia de la Rosa of the House of Blood in brackets. Yes, I'm alive now.
Back now, yeah. Is
that okay?
Yeah, right back now, yeah.
I like that, yes.
We're
Yes.
heading
I might add that to
into.
my title.
We're following a lead.
Okay.
Have you written that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your pen didn't move.
No, don't even say that. Just say we're headed
Scratch
to the
that out.
catacombs.
Not the entire thing, just the following a lead bit.
Okay.
Catacombs.
Bloody hell.
Meet us at the catacombs.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We good?
Do we put a kiss, or is it too?
I was going to ask, yes.
I'm gonna do it.
I mean, ask.
Probably a bit forward, Daisy.
I already did it.
Does Daisy wear lipstick to make her leave a kiss on an envelope? So you just draw a pair of lips?
Just
Oh
an
yeah,
X?
they wouldn't. Yeah. What would they have like a little X? Would they
Just
do
brackets.
that? With, like,
Kiss. Brackets.
You can do an X, but I don't think it would necessarily mean a kiss in this world.
Threatening.
It's a sign of death.
It's a sign of death.
Okay, that'll do. Just fold that up.
P.S.
Okay.
You're really cool.
Bloody hell, you can't just come out and say that,
Why
Daisy.
not?
Because it's just too forward, isn't it?
No.
So what is the exact message you are leaving for Sigrild?
I wrote down what he told me to write down.
So what is that?
All of our names.
Yep.
In brackets after Ophelia, De La Rosa, and the House of Blood.
Yep.
She's back.
Okay.
And then catacombs.
Catacombs.
After some sentences scratched out above there.
Yeah, some sentences scratched out and then just.
So just to confirm, there's no other text. It just says catacombs. So it's name, Sister Ophelia of the House of Blood, in bracket, she's back, close bracket,
Yes.
catacombs.
Some scratches.
Scratches out.
Sentences that we wrote.
It's quite a lot of information.
What about we've
Quite a
gone
lot
to?
of-
We've gone to.
Catacombs.
We've gone
and
to.
then a tiny little arrow that says we've gone to just before the word catacombs.
Oh, this is going to backfire on us so badly.
Daisy's gonna screw up the bit of paper and just write, if you're looking for us, we are at the catacombs, and then I will write all of our. I'll write Gruffith and friends who you probably don't know. P.S. I
Okay.
think you're cool.
P.S. I think
You can't bloody write that if it's coming from me.
All right, scratch. That one's gone as well. New piece of paper.
No.
These are all coming out of your journal, by the way.
P.S. I think you're cool. This is Daisy, by the way. Gruffith did not say that.
Okay.
Now he's
But
gonna
I'm
think I
pretty
don't
sure
think
he thinks you're cool too.
Oh my-
And I will give that to him.
Okay.
That's it.
You are
I was gonna say,
aging
because
me.
these are all parchments out of your journal, so like back pages, basically.
That's it.
He watches you guys
You are
just
aging me, Daisy.
stand on the corner.
Sorry, just a second. We're almost done.
I'm getting white hairs from this.
Daisy, then you go up and hand
more.
him the note.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, he's like,
For his eyes only.
okay. He like holds the piece of paper, like folds it again, and like puts it in his pocket.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Good. Glad we're on the same page. Thank you.
Roll. Does this guy look at the message? Interesting.
Right. Well, that's.
If he looks at it, it's just a lot of shit.
Wow. He doesn't know that.
How's he gonna
He won't know that till he reads it.
Oh, he's going to come an absolute bell end.
All right.
Now, what is a bell end?
Oh no. Yeah, Bellin would still work.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the.
It's a proper Ice Heart insult. Bell.
I was about to say in front of this guy. Now let's go to the catacomb.
Well, the place to be told Sigrild, we go.
Fire the sewers. You know, with a finger.
We're gonna break
We're
in
gonna go
with the
take
guy
down
with the
the
lady who was
church.
dead, who's now back.
We're going to take down the church, the whole church.
Go fight them demons. God, you can tell we've not played for 2 weeks, can't you? Yeah. Right, you guys make your way. Gruff leads you to the small alleyway in the Greyforge district, and you find, like I said, there's no like manhole covers or things like that. It is basically what you find is probably like a small stone grate that's built into the gutter, basically. And it looks like it's been cleared away. It's like maybe got some leaves and some debris and stuff in there. But it doesn't look like it's in use. Like this part of the street doesn't seem to like be actively used for like draining sewage or anything like that anymore. Like it was probably back in the day, you used to just throw it out their window and it would, come down the street with the rainwater and stuff.
Yep.
But this looks all dried up. It is like a stone grate though, so you're talking about maybe 2.5 feet stone, sort of like holes that have been cut into it. How are you going to get through this? Like, are you either going to have to break it open or?
It's kitten time.
Yeah, it's we are talking about a couple of a few inches wide in between these bars. Like if you broke it, you can make it big enough to squeeze down.
Oh no!
But that would only
It's
get
okay,
one of
though.
you
I
down.
still love you. You're a worm.
What do we do?
This place it backs onto what appears to be like a tannery and maybe a residential building. So it's like a townhouse building and then like a tannery next to it. So it's loud enough. There's a big street nearby, so there is like the murmur of trade and chatter, but really loud noises are probably still going to be heard.
Just cough really loud.
I could. Do we want to try and bust this open?
That would be preferable, aye.
To what? You becoming a tiny little
What am I going
creature?
to do if I become a tiny creature and go down there?
Maybe find a alternative entrance.
Yeah, there's no ladder as well. It does. You can see a bottom. It's about a sort of 7 feet drop from the street level down into this tunnel beneath.
Well, this might be the moving stone thing we were talking about.
Okay.
Now, was that a magical thing, or were you talking
No.
about... Oh, okay, you were literally talking about ripping stone apart. Okay.
Well, yes. That's what I said.
I
Strength.
thought there might have been some magic involved, but that's
No,
fine.
he said it's really.
No.
Yeah, okay.
So you want to just reach down, Rowan, grab this stone carved grate and just
right.
try and break it. Okay, strength roll for me, please. Athletics. The DC is exceptionally high.
Can I rage and help?
You can help. Yeah. Well, so if you rage, you would already have advantage on it.
Yeah.
So you don't need to rage to help him. You can just
Okay.
help him and give
I'll
him
help,
advantage. Yeah. So rather than waste your rage, we can say that you are sort of raging, but don't use up one of them.
Take a fate as well.
But okay, yeah, you want to spend a fate point?
Watch this drive.
Can I bardic inspire myself? I can't, can I?
You can.
Get them stacks, get them stacks.
Yeah. So you have advantage. You're spending a fate, and you're adding bardic inspiration. Yeah. I'm going to say, by the way, if you on this roll, because you're spending fate on it, which makes it a bit more narratively important, right? If you roll badly, this is going to be very audible. And like you might put your back out on something like that. But it's more that like you're probably going to draw attention if you roll really badly. Right? If you roll well, keep in mind the DC is very high. So
Very high.
Strength.
yeah, it's athletics.
Specifically athletics.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because it's +3.
All right. So all of this +3.
Okay.
You have advantage. You can reroll the d20.
Oh,
20.
Well, you got advantage. You can reroll the d20.
I've rolled 2.
Oh, you rolled 2.
27.
27.
27. Oh, God damn it.
There's no way. There is no way.
I think so. I had set the DC in I was like 25 to 30, basically. So you succeed. I am going to say, though, but there is, it takes you a while. This is not just one big heft. This is, wiggling it. Ophelia is probably helping at the same time, maybe wedging something in there, prying it up with a piece of wood, or, finding, a steel piece, a piece of metal or something that you can wedge in there and kind of, leverage it up. What you actually find is that it's easier to, scrape away and pull up the flagstone itself rather than breaking the stone, which is going to be impossible. You spend a bit of time, eking out the edges, and then with a great heft, you pull out this thick flagstone, lift it completely up, throw it to the side. It makes a bit of noise, but not enough to draw any attention. What you are left with is maybe a sort of 3-foot diameter square shaft that goes about 7 to 8 feet straight down. There's no ladder, and you will basically have to squeeze down it, basically. Rowan is definitely, you're going to struggle to get down there. But you can do it.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Well
did it.
done, Rowan.
Well,
Good
you
job.
helped as well.
You did all the heavy lifting there, friend.
I need some magic to move stone.
But you did. Okay, we can go down. We can go
Quickly
in.
now.
Okay, do you want to go first, or?
Sure. I take my loot off, bring this down gently.
I will.
I'm going to squeeze down.
Okay, yeah. So can you give me an acrobatics check, but with disadvantage because you are specifically like not really able to.
I'll widen the hole for you all. Disadvantage.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2
2?
and an 8. So yeah. So that's 3. I rolled a 3.
That is going to be 4 points of damage as you basically you hurt, you scrape all of like your shoulders, but you don't have any like chance to try and brace yourself before you hit the hard stone at the bottom, and you kind of trip over your feet. Your ankles kind of take most of the impact. It's painful, but you do manage to fit down. You now find yourself in an old stone tunnel. There is a dry bed of what probably would have once been like sewer water, but it's now dried out. There's it's just stone there now. There's like dried detritus, twigs and branches and things like that, things that have fallen down from up above, long time ago. The tunnel itself, Rowan, you have to stoop. The whole time you are down in these tunnels, you are going to be basically moving at half speed and squeezing because you are having to basically hunch over and crawl around rather than being able to walk upright. That's going to be true. I think Gruff is also quite tall, aren't you? So you're also going to have the same thing if you're going to be squeezing, basically, because you're going to be walking around hunched like that most of the time.
How is it down there?
Well, it's dry.
Oh, good. How's the smell?
It's got like that old, like manure that's dried out, and so it has a whiff. It has like a pungency, but it's dried. So
it's really not too bad.
Oh, good.
It's
good.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want your loot?
Yes, gently.
Okay. I'll hold it down to him. It's like 7 foot.
Yeah, you can just reach up and take it down.
My hand comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say if Rowan helps you down, the rest of you don't have to make that acrobatics check because Rowan can physically just reach up and like pull you down, basically.
Support,
yeah. So the rest of you make your way down, and you find yourselves in these very narrow. It's just going. Currently, it's going.
How is the smell really?
North to south at the moment. It's old, right? These are old tunnels, so they haven't been used in decades, so it's not super pungent or smelly or wet or anything like that. There is just that kind of like old dried thing. You've also not had too much rain recently, so it's not kind of like muddied it all up down here.
Okay.
See? Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Could be a lot worse.
Could be worse.
I suppose.
Now, Griffith, from this vantage point, do you remember which way to go?
Yeah, absolutely. You can recall it. You're currently like north to south, and you remember if you head south, there's a junction which will start leading you towards the east, and then from there you can start making your way and finding it. You do remember looking at the schematics, Ruffeth, that there is like elevation changes and stuff as well. Like sometimes it drops down, other areas you'll have to go back up as it would sloop down into like a cistern and things like that. And also where the catacombs are, there's different, like you're going to have to rise up to meet those and things like that. The sewers are probably lower than the catacomb tunnels, so you'll probably have to like look at digging, like breaking up into the catacombs from these tunnels.
Like a little diglet.
Yeah.
Is it dark?
Down here, you have the shaft that's just been opened up, so there is some light coming down, but it is pretty, like, looking further to the south, like, once you get out of range of the ambient light falling down, it's pitch black. There's no light down here whatsoever.
Okay.
So
you've got
dark vision.
Dark vision.
I'd say where you are at the entrance, by the way, you can, at this point, shuffle your order round, but I am going to need to know the exact order that you are traveling down these tunnels. And the only time you can change it is at, like, junctions, because it's the only part where you have space to be like, all right, Rowan, like, you get down, I'm going to move past you. But once you start going down these tunnels, they are narrow. Like, you are really cramped in here, especially for Rowan and Gruffith, basically.
Okay.
Gruffith first as he is navigating.
I do have a means to create light,
So do I.
although risky to produce flame.
I was going to say the sewer.
I
Could be, like, pockets of gas down here, like old, like, methane and stuff like that, maybe.
I can go
I also have means
behind
to throw that
Griffith.
fire. Sorry?
I can go behind Griffith and I'll cast light on my dagger. That's
Okay,
on my- at my
so
hip.
Gruffith is going to go first.
So you can see then.
Okay, and then Daisy behind in second.
I guess Ophelia will go in the middle.
Ophelia in the middle.
I think I should go last because I'm just going to block.
That's true, but if we need to turn around for any reason,
Yeah. So I'll reverse the order, basically, if you're turning around.
It's fine. You go to the back.
Yeah.
All right, so Xanthias in 4th.
Yes.
And then Rowan is last in the
I'm
current
also the
direction of travel.
slowest. So
I'll let everyone know if he's trailing behind.
Okay. Yeah, you can keep speed, like, as long as you purposely move at
you are
Rowan's
half speed
speed.
as well, right?
Yeah, Gruffith
Yeah,
is also a
big
half speed,
boy.
yeah. The rest of you, it is cramped. You're still having to hunch and things like that, but these tunnels were built for crews to come in and sort of like scrub things down and stuff like that. So there is at least wiggle room for those of you who are sort of between 5 and 6 feet. Like, you can stand up. You're not like on all fours or anything like that. Cool. It's just for Gruffith and Rowan, who are significantly taller and a bit bulkier as well. It's a bit, yeah. Bit tricky. But yeah, Gruffith, you start making your way. You don't need to make any checks because you got so high in your survival as you begin leading people down. Can I get perception checks from everybody, please?
sure thing.
Disadvantage to everybody behind Daisy. So Gruffith and Daisy, you get to roll normally. Disadvantage for Ophelia, Xanthias, and Rowan currently.
We're back, baby. Nat 1 for me.
That one.
I've got a 4.
A 4.
0.
0 for Xanthias. I hit natural 20.
21.
So 21 total, but natural 20.
24.
24, nice.
Well today.
All right, as you guys are kind of making your way down, it takes some time moving at half speed. Like, this is slow going. The little light from Daisy's dagger, Nim's light kind of illuminating the thing, kind of casting shadows down. You begin making your way down these narrow corridors. One thing that Gruffith and Daisy you pick up on is you take this L junction, you start heading east, you then have to drop down, move along, you come back up again, it then heads north, and you're having to make this kind of like circumvent, you're having to follow these old tunnels to get to where you want. You pass a T-junction, it kind of splits off. Gruff, you have no problem finding the direction you're going, but you notice something, Gruffith especially, but with the Nat 20, Daisy, you would pick up on this as well. It begins to get remarkably clean. Like, all the detritus, all the debris, like any lingering smell, all of it's gone as you're making your way.
So, one thing that little halfling spoke about was gelatinous cubes that were used to clean the tunnels.
Gelatinous who's?
Xanthias, is Gruff saying something?
Yes, said something about, what was it? What?
Gelatinous cubes.
Cubes. Gelatinous cubes.
Anyone know anything about them?
No.
Would we know anything about them?
I would say that you know in stories of vaults and vault spawn, like sometimes like apparently some wizards found in a vault these sentient oozes and slimes, and they took them, they studied them, and from them they developed these magical creatures that are used normally for alchemical purposes. They cultivate fluids and different elements to themselves that are used in things like potions and alchemy. Some of them supposedly have created ones that can clean sewer systems, and so they don't need to worry about sort of filth and disease. Like, they just roll them all up and they scoop it all up and dissolve it. They probably wouldn't be called gelatinous cubes. They would just be called like magical oozes or slimes and things like that. Magical slime.
Okay.
But yeah, so you've heard stories about them. Like, I mean, anybody who's grown up again, for Ophelia it'd be a bit different because obviously Scions is a different culture. They don't use slimes in that way here. But in the Empire, like, slimes are used as like these sewers. They're like natural disinfectants and cleaners, basically.
So this goo, are you scared? What are they? Should we be worried about them?
Well, this tunnel's getting rather clean, isn't it?
Thankfully.
So it suggests to me there might be an ooze in the area.
Probably. Is that a bad thing? Are they dangerous?
Maybe.
And if they can clear fecal matter and debris, I just wouldn't want to be stuck in the middle of one.
I don't think I'm going to finish this pastry.
You carry on for a little bit, and you come to another kind of T-junction. You need to head south in, Gruff. With a 24, it's not long. You kind of move along this very short corridor, and up ahead, to you, it looks like to the others, it looks like a perfectly clear tunnel. But for Gruffith and Daisy, you see that light from the shadow. It doesn't hit right. There is like a ripple in the air, and you can see that there is something transparent ahead of you.
Right, you know those oozes that I was talking about?
Yes, not 10 seconds ago, yeah.
Right, there's one right in front of us.
Oh, okay. Well, how do we clear it? How do we get it out of the way? Ask it nicely?
Either way.
As you were talking, Gruffith, that shimmer starts moving towards.
Right, the ooze is coming towards us.
Okay, as in we need to get rid of it?
We need to
go-
go.
we go back, we go back?
Back.
Is there a junction back there?
Go to the nearest junction.
No, kind of.
Well, Rowan is currently the one who is now at the head of
Rowan?
the pie for
Hello.
moving backwards.
We need to go the other way.
Go back that
Yeah,
way.
just as quick as possible.
Oh,
If
Yeah.
you could pick up speed, please, that would be lovely.
what's Gruff saying?
Goo.
Oh,
It's a slimy creature. Slime,
I
magical
turn
slime.
around,
Okay.
scraping my head.
Getting quite close to
Careful,
me.
careful.
And I
Yep,
start.
it moves. So at this point, you guys are in a tunnel that goes north to south.
We were heading north.
You were, let's say, I'm going to put you in the middle. So PCs. The slime began about 30 feet away from you.
How much progress in one turn?
And it's about 70 feet back towards that junction.
Oh, good.
Great.
In the time it took for Rowan to turn around, if you have a conversation, the slime moved 15 feet closer.
Okay.
Christ.
So it is now
That's as
15
much
feet
as I
away
can
from you.
move as well at half speed.
Okay, so we just keep going. It's as fast as you are.
Yeah, currently. Yeah.
Could I technically dash?
You can, but the creature can also dash. So, and it seems to be sensing that.
At my best, I can
So-
maintain the same distance.
So, Rowan, you start making your way back towards that junction. Cool. Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yeah, here we go.
And Xanthias and Rowan, you don't have disadvantage. The rest of the party do have disadvantage. Do you have a light source as well? On Rowan's
I was
side?
thinking, because I did have a bullseye lantern, but I'm pretty sure I left it somewhere
Okay.
on
well,
a battlefield.
Sure, if you don't think
So
you
I'm
have a
gonna
light
say no.
source. Right, so you and Xanthias both do have disadvantage.
I'm also behind Rowan.
Yeah, no, you can still peek through it easily enough.
Yeah.
Another 2 plus 1, 3.
So disadvantage,
Okay, I got 15.
15 with disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Okay.
15.
And a minus 1.
All right.
10.
As you are making your way in the middle of that junction,
Yep.
Xanthias, and you're so lucky you got that 15, because as you get closer, about 30 feet ahead of you, you peer through, and even in the darkness, something tells you there is something in the middle of the junction dead ahead of you, like dead ahead. There's like a shimmer to the light, there's like a shift of like an undulating clear material, and there is another one of these things which is
Oh, wait,
dead.
Rowan, slow down. Everyone else slow down as well. There's another one on the other side.
So we just have to fight him now.
We're surrounded,
Right.
is what I'm saying.
I can't see it.
It's right ahead of us. You see the shimmering...
So at this point, we're gonna roll initiative because you guys have like these. You've got one behind you, you've got one in front of you to decide what you're gonna do.
Oh,
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll two different initiatives because these creatures are acting independently to one another.
19.
So 19 for Gruffith, Daisy,
21.
21 for Daisy, Ophelia,
18.
18 for Ophelia, Xanthias,
7.
7 Rowan,
11.
11.
7, 11.
So slime. So
number.
we're going to call it rear slime and front slime. Front is currently the one that
we're all
because
facing
you were
that one.
moving towards
Yeah.
that one. Front slime only has
If
an
we turn
initiative.
around, are you going to rename them?
Oh my god, front slime. Yeah, well, no, actually, that's a good point. I will call it North
slime.
slime and South slime. Yeah.
South Slime. I'm on South Slime side.
Well, you're on North slime.
No slime represent.
Yeah, but I'm
North
with-
slime. North slime gets a 0 initiative.
Hey!
And South Slime gets an initiative of 4.
Still slower than everyone, I think.
Yeah, basically, these things are going last. So, Daisy is first. Daisy, the one like you have Gruff between you and Gruff, but the slime, the South Slime, is 15 feet away from Gruff. What would you like to do?
I guess that one's already sensed us and is moving towards us.
Yes.
So I guess I will attack with a radiant
Radiant Blade.
blade.
All right, go for it.
Think.
He's created another slime.
Also keep in mind, because Rowan and Gruffith, you are squeezing, you are currently disadvantaged on attack rolls
Right,
as well.
yeah, fair
So
enough.
just keep that in mind.
25 to hit.
25 will easily hit. As a point, I have no mind telling you this, its armor class is 6.
Oh, wow, okay.
Might actually hit it this time.
Yeah.
It does
it's
take up the
probably like-
entire
It does
tunnel,
take up
so
the
I
entire
suppose
tunnel.
That makes sense.
Watch us miss.
Watch this.
Punch myself in the
9
face.
points of damage.
9 points of damage to South Slime.
And then bonus action, I will attack again. That's an 11 plus 6.
Hits. Yep.
Da, 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 da. 4.
Ow.
Yeah.
All of these are going into
6
Xanthus's back.
points. So you watch as these radiant blades
Other way.
cut into the transparent shape. You can see it because you have enough light back there. Like the light, unfortunately, as it extends forward, is not enough for the other two. But the light for the south side, you watch as these blades of radiant light impact into the gelatinous surface of this slime, and it burns it and bubbles it and seals it. And you can see there is clearly something there, but what effect it has, you don't know. That is Daisy. You cannot move anywhere at this point unless you want to try and like squeeze past your companions, which you can try and do. It's just very, very difficult. All right. In that case, we go to Gruffith next.
Can I try something a bit weird?
Yeah, this is exactly what. Yeah,
slime.
absolutely.
I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna become this.
Then we go to the slime. The darkness asks us to come to it.
How
Kind of
weird.
like, what is the water composition of a slime?
That's a great question. Make an Arcana check.
As he quickly Googles.
As he Googles.
2.
A 2. It looks pretty watery. Like, it looks like a jellyfish. There's a lot of water in them. You've seen jellyfish.
You've seen one of them.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to try destroy water.
Okay.
It is the spell that allows me to. Sorry, did I say create? I meant destroy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same spell.
Yeah.
Create or destroy water.
And I want to use it to destroy up to 10 gallons of water,
Okay.
or I can destroy fog in a 30-foot cube.
Okay. And where are you targeting it? On the cube?
Cube. Or
Cube? Just as much
or
in the cube?
Just as much of the cube. Like, I just look at the cube and I direct the spell at the cube. It's
How do I action this?
It's gotta be
Because I don't want to say no.
Okay.
But you don't want to say yes.
I feel like if I say yes now, then there will be like destroy water on every slime ever.
I mean, how many slimes are in this adventure?
Maybe, who knows?
It might have some effect, doesn't
I think it's going to have some effect.
Maybe shrink down.
Does it have any in the rules? Does it say anything about damaging creatures made of water or anything like that?
It says if you are a slime that's in the sewer.
Fuck off.
No, it says nothing about.
All right. So here's how we're going to rule this. I am going to say that you cast a spell, so it costs a spell slot. What level spell slot are you going to cast it at? First level. Then I will say it will do 2d8 of damage.
Oh.
This is gonna cost a fate point, by the way, because this is basically a devil's bargain. Like, can I use this weird spell in a weird way? So it costs a fate point.
Looking at the internet briefly, it's.
I don't give a
yeah,
shit
no,
what
I'm just
the
saying.
internet says.
There's no raw answer, so
No.
it's up to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it will cost a fate point because it's a devil's bargain. It's gonna do 2d8 of damage.
Okay.
I'm not gonna half it or anything like that. It's gonna take 2d8 damage. This thing is not. It has water components to it, and it's maybe going to affect its viscosity.
Oh, that's a big word.
So it will. I'm going to do another effect on this, right? You'll do some damage to it, but it's going to have another effect. It is going to make it hit harder with its pseudopod attack, but its engulf is going to be worse because it's less viscous. Because it's more. You've drained some of the liquid out. It's going to make it more solid.
Yeah.
So you're turning it into another creature entirely.
Well, I'm about to get engulfed by
Oh, I know.
it. so
I like it though. I like it.
10 points of Dimaggio.
10 points of damage to South. So yeah, I mean, so you watch as and it shrinks a bit in size, and you watch all this water just evaporate out of it, and then it just turns into steam, and it just dissipates into the air as you channel the primal energy of magic, calling upon that natural connection that you have, watching as the water drains out of this thing. But it does seem to become more solid, and it creates it now has a bluish green tinge. You can see it. It's less transparent now, but it seems to almost shrivel up, shrink down, and almost become more angry as it rushes towards you, reaching out with a pseudopod.
Right, is there any room back there? Because I think I've pissed it off.
Oh, yeah.
Language.
But great stuff. I love it.
Really pissed it off.
Very lovely. By the way, it's extra damage for its pseudopod. It's going to cost me fate dice. So I'm going to have it so I can spend fate dice to do more
Do
damage.
you use a fate dice, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, can do.
Thank you for being a benevolent and loving.
No. This is what the game's about. I
So
love
it's
it.
like when you leave an alien egg for too
Ophelia.
long.
Tries out.
Ophelia will point her non-gaunteted hand towards the slime.
Okay.
Just say,
Which one, north or south?
the one that Kim just hit.
Yep, the one that Gruff just
Yeah.
attacked. Yep.
South boy.
South Boy.
Yep.
And she'll just say, I will not die in a sewer. And she will cast Toll the Dead at the slime.
All right, this is the first time we've seen Ophelia use magic here in this realm. So what does it look like? Is there an effect? Do we see light or anything like that? It's toll the bell, so there's probably some sort of sound element
yeah,
to
like
it.
the bell ringing. I think her, maybe the red spreads up her hand a little bit if she casts a spell,
gauntlet.
almost engulfing and sort of mirroring her gauntlet in a way. And then she just points her nailed finger towards this thing.
You hear this church bell almost.
In a sewer
Right,
tunnel.
and what do I do?
So it is a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom
loud.
saving 12.
5.
And it's missing
It
hit
is
points.
hurt, yep, so-
Takes 1d12 necrotic damage. I
sure
don't
does.
I just rolled a d20, get lost. 2.
Oh, wow.
Bugger.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
damage.
do hear this kind of dolorous. It doesn't echo though, because it's magic. It doesn't reverberate or echo, but you hear this dolorous bell tone, and you see the creature kind of quiver for a moment, but it still onrushes towards Gruff, unfortunately, Ophelia. Because you are in the middle of Ophelia, you cannot move anywhere because there's not enough space for you to actually move past somebody to a free space. Only the people that are directly behind the leaders can move ahead of the leaders at this point.
Okay.
Xanthius, did you hear that?
What? The bell.
bell.
Yes, I heard the bell. I don't know what it was.
The church is onto us already.
Oh, good. We need to get out of here.
Rowan.
I try and get out my longsword.
Yeah, I mean, you can draw the weapon. Yeah.
You're at the front, so you've.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls because you are squeezing it.
I'm just going to try and slice it because
All right, it is 30 feet ahead of you at the moment.
I'm going to move up 15
Okay.
and prepare, ready an attack for if it comes within range of my
You'll
attack, I will
attack
attack it.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So you move up, you ready in action, ready for it to attack. In that case,
Maybe I
we then
can
go
cut a
to
hole through it or something.
Xanthius. You actually have a bit of space ahead of you now, Xanthius. You've got 15 feet of space ahead of you.
Okay, I'll move up behind Rowan, and
Okay.
I will cast a firebolt cantrip at this, the one that Rowan is about to
Okay,
slice
I love
up.
it.
I want to try out fire. Let's see. Am I just gonna blow up everyone? Maybe.
Oh, Christ.
Gas pocket. That dice is gone.
Use a D100.
That takes forever to stop
It takes
rolling.
forever. Okay,
It's
so
just going.
plus 5, 15. Well,
15 hits.
there
There is no explosion of gases.
Nice. D10 damage. That is a 10.
Wow.
10 points of damage. The flame bubbles and boils some of this transparent slime ahead of you.
And that is pretty much me.
All right, end of turn.
End of turn.
Alrighty, the slimes go.
Well, actually, can I move back like 10 feet just in case Rowan wants to nudge back a bit away from this thing?
So you want to move back 10 feet now?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
There's a bit more of a gap.
So you would have moved 15 feet ahead, and then, so you're now basically where you were.
Yes.
All right, okay. The slimes go. The one that is going to rush towards Gruff is just going to come at you with its pseudopod. Its engulf is basically pointless. It can't sort of absorb you now, but it is going to try and whack you with its pseudopod. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Just exactly so.
Just exactly hits. I've given it a slightly higher attack bonus to represent it being more solid as well. So this is going to be... plus I am going to add a point of fate for damage to this attack. It's going to hit pretty hard. That's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage, Gruff. as this now more solid slime slams into you. So it's only attack. Though. It just makes that attack, so it kind of like reaches out and slams into you.
Start.
Yeah.
I think we're all on full.
I'm not.
Oh.
No.
I'm not.
Yeah, we had a fight with ghosts this
Yep,
morning.
we did.
Yeah, I haven't got.
You guys could have taken a short rest. I'll let you retroactively if you want to have spent, because you did have the latte fun short rest.
I will take a short rest.
Yeah, because then you can spend hit dice.
Yeah, I'm on full.
Let's do that before.
That would have taken me full anyway, but it would reset my spell slot.
No,
Reset? No, it doesn't.
long rest for spell
Does it
slots.
reset my wild shape?
Not yet, I don't believe.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Eh?
It's worth taking then.
Not that wild shape is being used.
Well, it's used for your armor of Oaken Thorn, so
I'm just letting the children know.
yeah. Mechanically, it's being used.
It's getting used.
I do need Rowan to finish before I attack him.
Okay. Weird request.
Oh, sexy.
Sex
I'm
joke.
here. I'm ready.
You good? Right, so the
Do I get to
slime.
attack first? it
Your
got reach?
attack will go off because it is going to try and engulf you.
Hell
I'm a
yeah.
little chomp.
Yeah.
You a snack.
Good thing
At
I
least he's huge,
came
though.
first.
Well, this thing is
Really
technically
fast.
bigger because it
Oh, is
fills
it?
like a large space, but it's obviously squeezed into it. So this is, first of all, you make your attack opportunity. You do have disadvantage though,
Oh.
but it's AC 6, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine.
yep.
13's the lowest. So a D10 with 2 hands.
Yes.
It's only 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. And then this thing is going to try and engulf you, so I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, bugger me. Oh, that's pretty good. 21.
21. So you are pushed 5 feet back, so you're now 10 feet in front of Xanthias. You manage to kind of backpedal enough as this thing tries to surge forward and absorb you. Into
He's trying to eat me!
So let me just do
I think I moved back.
Yeah. Otherwise I would have tripped on you.
You did good.
Did there? Hell yeah.
Digested.
10 feet.
A snack.
Did you watch me coom?
What? What did you say? Did I watch you what?
Alrighty. So we jump back up to Daisy, top of the brand new round.
Naughty.
I will say, Kim's idea to use the destroy water
Yeah,
to
really
stop this
is.
thing engulfing, because what would have happened is it would have pushed you, and if you'd made the saving throw, Daisy would have to move back 5 feet, then Ophelia, then Rowan, and these two would slowly trap you guys in the middle. Because it can't engulf you now,
We're
you
not
can just
trapped,
fight this
really.
thing, but Rowan is still being pushed back.
Okay.
But yeah. But if you can destroy this one in front of you guys now, then you're buying yourself some time.
Is it within 5 feet of Gruff now?
It is, yeah.
Okay, well, I
It's
think
very
that's
close.
a good attack.
Yeah.
I will do the same thing again.
Okay.
Basically.
I love it.
14 plus 6.
Yeah, it hits.
And I will get my
Yeah.
attack. I rolled 2 6s. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
Radiant.
Yeah, I mean, the damage is all going through this thing. You see the light bubble away, kind of cut through its now more firmer, less viscous body.
Are there things in it, like twigs and...
No, it's completely transparent, completely clear.
Ah, interesting.
Because it dissolves them over time.
Right.
14 to hit on my
14 hits.
Yum, yum, yum.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Hey, it all adds up. That one is now looking pretty rough. Like, you can see pieces of it have carved away. It's a lot smaller. The pieces that are, like, cut away from it just kind of evaporate. They turn into, like, a water, and then they, not water, like a liquid, and then they dissolve away, basically.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Nice.
So that's Daisy's turn. We then go to Gruff.
I will cast your leg.
Yep. Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
Leg.
And hit it. 21 a hit.
It hits.
It's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage to that one.
Disadvantage.
Nice.
Whack. Again, like, you're slamming this thing, trying to break it apart, but it's staying together and it's still, able to attack you. We then go to Ophelia.
I don't think I would have because I made it. He
Less
said,
viscous.
do I get disadvantage? But I don't because I can see it though, right?
Why would she get disadvantage? Oh, because you were squeezing. You do have disadvantage, yeah. Because you're large. Yeah,
So
thank
put
you.
our fate point.
Oh, that's right. Yes, thank you.
I rolled a natural 20.
There you go.
There we go.
Well, it's
got 19
disadvantage,
as the
so
lowest.
the man. But yeah, you do slam it, cause pieces of it to break off. It's still intact. So Ophelia.
Wasted.
I think Ophelia's gonna try and use her whip and move up.
Yeah, you've got reach with it, right? So
Yes.
you can technically. Now you do have a daisy and a gruff in the way.
Hello.
And using a whip is kind of
Wait, what's
interesting.
the range on the whip?
It's an extra 10 feet of reach, so
Okay.
it would just hit, I would say. I would say it would just hit. I would say you would have disadvantage to use the whip in this scenario, like whipping past
It'd be
Daisy
pretty
and Gruff.
difficult, yeah.
But it's a massive ooze, right? You can like catch it in the corner and stuff, so.
You can also fade if you want.
Daisy's only
you could do.
small. She'll duck.
Yeah, I'll give it a fate.
Oh, I
don't
love it. I love
consent to
it.
this. I am married. Duck!
No slime.
Goose?
19, 17.
Its AC is 6.
26.
Yeah, it hits. You destroy this thing.
Finally, we're in our element.
Here we go, rock and roll. That's the wrong dice. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's your
Looking at
whip,
the
not
wrong
your rapier.
thing. 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah. And then can I use my offhand veracity?
Yes. You can't because you're not within 5 feet.
far
Yeah,
away.
you can't.
You
You're
just
too
stab
far
me.
away. That's why the whip was necessary.
Start stabbing.
Throw it.
I'm not gonna throw
started
veracity.
Okay.
No.
All right. End of turn, Ophelia.
End of my turn, please.
All right. Then we go to Rowan.
Rowan's just going to.
You have 10 feet between you and Xanthius.
It's hard to gauge what this slime is doing. I've sliced it, and it's got like.
You definitely felt it connect, and it's cut pieces of it away. You saw the fire affect it. It's just so massive. You there's no like pain. You can't see its reactions to things. It is continually just pushing forward.
I'm just going to keep slicing, I think.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to move up, slice.
You don't need to. It's right next to you. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's trying to eat you, bro.
Yeah, it's just pushing you in.
You can move back.
Natural 20?
afterwards. Natural 20. You do have a disadvantage.
It was actually a crit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh.
But you did get disadvantage.
5 plus 10.
Still hits.
6.
It's just not a crit.
No crit.
I rolled an 8 plus 2, 10.
Another 10 points of damage. So you slice into this thing, more pieces of it come carving off. You could, in theory, move back. It will get its opportunity attack, though. Or you can stay next to it.
It's just an opportunity attack. It can't engulf.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Then I will move back.
All right, I will make an opportunity attack against you. 22.
Yeah. Yeah, beats that. Yep.
That is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Acid damage, sorry.
Ooh.
It would have been the same for you as well, Kim. It would have been acid damage, not bludgeoning. Not there.
Okay.
But yeah, this pseudopod slams into you as you rush back. How far back do you want to go? Right in front of Xanthius?
Basically, yeah.
All right, so now there's 10 feet between you and the slime.
Yeah.
All right, so you move back, turn around, readying yourself.
It's trying to eat me.
Okay. Okay.
Xanthius.
I mean, we look like we're not doing much damage to this thing anyway, right?
No, you're definitely having an effect on it.
You did a decent amount.
Yeah, you are.
I did 10.
Yeah,
you
it's
are.
carving away. These things are tough. They're big creatures.
They are, yeah, but they are big HP pools.
Yeah.
I'm looking behind. I just saw you do like 26 damage, and it's still
That's
standing.
just because I'm really fucking cool.
That
No lie
All
detected.
right. I'm going to do a scorching ray
Alrighty. 3 rays.
south. Well, the one that we've been fighting.
North.
North. Yes. So 3 separate rays. I mean,
Yes.
even if I roll a 1,
Natural ones always
plus
miss.
5. Okay, fine. Well, that is a 16.
Oh, actually, no, they don't. What am I talking about? No, they don't.
22 and a 18. So
That'll
all of them hit. That is 1, 2,
66, basically.
66 of
You need
damage.
D6s.
Sure, I'll do it in one go. I need one more. I got one.
Do you want a gelatinous cube D6?
I do
I bet
actually.
it
Yeah.
betrays us, though.
It probably will.
And
It knows who its master is.
Yeah.
on one of them, can I enhance it?
Heard its master's call.
You can.
So an extra D10 on one of them. So it's 66 and a D10.
He's hungry for this damage.
Watch this. Wow.
It did roll a 1. The slime one.
Yeah, the slime one was
master.
working against us. Well, that is 6, 12, 13, 17,
Okay, but I did get you 2 6s.
20, 24, 27 damage. Where I was counting, guys?
So you watch as Xanthias, hands full of flames, just lays into, pummels this thing with blasts of fire, and you watch as one of those blasts
Rowan's just dying.
seems to be full of that black and gold and red energy, different to just the red hot flames of his normal magic. One of them channeling, and this time, now that you're all aware, you see that glow in the chest as it becomes enhanced by the
How are you
ground.
still alive?
Can you roll a d6 for me, please?
D6, not 4?
D6.
It's the first one.
D6.
Motherfucker.
You have
4.
4 points of psychic damage.
Okay, so it's permanently enhanced now. I've made a terrible mistake in my life. This.
several.
Rowan looks back. Calm down. It's okay.
We need it dead. We need it gone.
Calm down.
You watch as the flames annihilate these things. Big chunks of it kind of bubble and boil and pop and slough onto the floor, but it is still standing.
Good
It's
job.
I'll
though.
also
tough, but yeah.
essence rune myself as well. Or, yes, essence.
I thought you said ruin.
Is that a bonus
yourself,
action
and I
for you
said,
to do?
"You've
I'll
done
ruin
that.
myself.
You've pretty
bonus
done
action
that."
to make a rune.
Yes.
Because you didn't spend a meta magic. So.
Bonus action, 2 essence runes, yes.
Okay, nice. In that case, it is the slimes go. I'm going to do the north one first because it is going to move and engulf, but because of its size, it can engulf both Rowan and Xanthias. So I need you both to make dexterity saving
There's
throws.
a fate die if you need it.
In fact, no, you can't. Because even if you succeed, you would have to move 5 feet backwards. Because you have a creature in front of Graf, the others cannot move any further
I
backwards.
didn't move all the way to Ophelia. I was
Yeah,
5
there's
feet.
still a gap.
You were 5 feet. Okay, so you get, this is the last chance that you have.
Yeah.
That's right,
Okay,
you
so we
did.
need
Yeah,
to-
that's
There was a 5 foot gap.
There was a
between us.
5 foot gap. You left it 10 feet. That's
We
right.
both have to move 5 foot
But we
back.
do both have. Yeah, this is now
Yes.
the last movement
We
we
both
have.
have to. If you fail, then I can't.
Yes.
go
So
back.
in fact,
true.
yeah. So yeah, if Xanthias
All right.
fails this, then he can't
I'll go
move.
first.
So
There's a fate die if you need.
12 plus 2, 14.
Okay.
That's me.
I mean, I'm not very good at Dex, so
Fate it up.
I will fate it up.
Alrighty.
Me up inside.
Can't fate up.
I've got max fate.
Okay.
Did you use a fate dice for slapping me with the pseudopod?
Yeah, we
I
had
did,
to
but
back back.
Trot caught it. Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
21. All
Thanks
right.
to fate, I think.
You both do succeed.
Oh.
So you managed to kind of hop yourselves back, just barely, but you managed to pull yourselves back, scrambling away. Xanthias pulls back 5 feet, which gives you just enough space. Rowan, in fact, actually, no. So Xanthias moves back 5 feet. You would then go into Xanthias' space, which is still in the cube, unfortunately, Rowan, because it engulfed both of you. So you can't escape at this point. Xanthias can move 5 feet back, but Rowan, you are caught in the
So I'm
cube.
hand soloed.
You are inside. You are still conscious. You're going to take some damage, but yeah, unfortunately, because Xanthias can move 5 feet back, you would then take Xanthias' space. But because the creature is so big, it engulfed both of you originally. So yeah, you are still stuck in its space, unfortunately.
Xanthias, I think it's going to.
Yeah. So you turn. You're about to leap back, and then you realise there's no room, and this thing just engulfs you.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Shout,
take
does it
damage
form a
now.
Bubble.
It probably does. Makes a bubble and just stops before it
And then
breaks.
when it
Take
bursts,
10 acid damage now, Rowan.
Okay.
You are engulfed. You can't breathe. You are restrained, and you take damage at the start of the cube's turn.
The cube's turn. Okay.
All right.
You can try to escape by making an action,
now.
by using an action.
No, that just.
Oh, no, that
But
was
you
for
have
the
to. Oh no! On a success, you could escape and enter a space of its choice within. So you could go out the
through
other
it.
side of the cube. But it's an action to do that on your turn.
All right.
All right.
And I still have to
But it's so
do a
costly
check
to-
for that as well.
It's a strength check.
Okay.
So, all right, but that is the cube's turn. The other cube is going to make a pseudopod attack against Gruff. It's a natural 1.
Cool.
That hits.
Daisy.
Hello. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. This
I'm
the
gonna
one
try
that
to get
the one
this-
that you're facing on the south side
Yeah.
is looking pretty rough.
Prof.
13 to hit.
13 hits. Yeah, sneak attack.
Yes.
Get all the benefits. Poor Rowan is now. It's now a race against the clock, or like, can Rowan escape in time?
15 damage.
15 points of damage. Damn. It's close.
Then I rolled a 9 plus 6, so it'll hit.
Still hits.
So So 6 points of damage on the other one.
Is enough. Yeah, it's just literally to the hit point.
Yes!
So you watch as Daisy throws one of these blades of light, catching the creature in its core, shattering it, and whatever like semi-viscous kind of goopy slime is left just breaks apart and just fills the area with its kind of sticky residue as the slime is left, coating your boots.
Push past.
You can push past Gruff now, yes. you
To
can.
create more
my
space.
tail.
I'll move forward as
much as you can.
As much as I can to
Yeah.
create as much space as
Yeah,
possible.
you give about 20 feet of space,
that.
basically.
I'll do that.
right, okay.
So then Gruff can move.
All right, so then it is Gruff's turn.
If I use Ice Knife, do I have to roll at disadvantagios?
No, I would say you wouldn't. No, because it's a magic spell.
In which case, I'm going to cast Ice Knife at North Slime.
Okay.
Enemy slime.
Alrighty.
19 plus 6.
That will hit the slime.
D10.
Can I then have Xanthias, Rowan, and the slime make dexterity saving throws?
Fucker.
Because it explodes. remember?
Yep.
Well, the slime fails.
Can I take that back?
What was it? Sorry,
Because
dexterity.
this is way too much fun.
9.
You say dexterity, sorry.
Dexterity, yeah.
You
I
wouldn't
believe.
be able to
Also,
keep
still
it
tell me
straight,
your
would you?
piercing damage as well, Kim.
Didn't you?
Is he disadvantaged because he's
You're restrained.
He's restrained, yeah, so I don't believe he can at all.
He is inside the slime.
Yeah, and the
okay.
ice knife explodes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shatters it.
Nine
You know
points-
you have disadvantage.
9 points of piercing on
you
the
9.
on the
Slime.
slim,
Yep.
and then
Fail.
5.
Is cold damage, because also remember it's like you're being frozen, blasted by ice as you're inside the thing. 6 points of ice. 6 points of ice damage to the slime and red. Did you fail?
I got a 18.
18, so you succeeded, so you'll take half, so 3.
I'm going to use stubborn endurance to mitigate that damage.
Okay.
D12.
so, sorry, I got too excited.
No, that's great though. Like
good.
it's
Happens.
the Gruff would panic. He'd be like, "Oh, I need to free my friends," and
Six
then,
was it?
"Oh no!"
I rolled a 6, so I got 6 points back.
Do you take no
So
damage,
Take
basically?
no damage from that.
Nice.
So I imagine that like Gruff turns around, thinking he's being heroic, throws the ice knife, and then as it's out of
As
his
it hits and it
paw,
shatters, you're like,
"Oh bloody hell,
yeah. Just watch as he gets like all frosty from the inside.
Finish it.
Gruff, would you like to move on your turn? You've got 20 feet of movement behind you now to
I'll
catch
back
up with
up.
Daisy. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ophelia,
Yeah, Ophelia will start backing up as well.
Okay.
A bit of space.
do you want to help out before you move, or
I was thinking if I cast a spell and it hits the slime, it won't hit. Will it hit Rowan?
it depends if it has like an AoE effect.
Right.
basically.
Okay. So can I do?
Because Rowan is currently inside the slime.
Okay. So can I cast Chill Touch as a cantrip?
I'd say you can. Yeah. Well, the only problem with that is you've got Xanthias between you and the thing. You need. But no, chill touch is
It's a
ranged
ghostly
actually.
skeleton.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you can just target the cube with that. I would
Yeah.
say.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Do I need to do a thing?
It is. I think it's just a spell attack. Ranged
Okay.
spell attack.
So you make this.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh.
Yay!
So it's normally what D8.
D8.
So
yeah.
8 plus another D8.
Nice. 10, 14 total.
14 points of total. Nice.
Voice.
And then it stays on the slime until my next turn.
Yeah, and it prevents it healing. It obviously
Yeah.
can't heal. But does this look like? So is this like a bony kind
A
of like
bony personal
bone hand, like
yeah, just
reaches out, grabs onto this thing, and you watch as like black energy begins draining life force out of it. So it's latched onto the slime. The slime is you can feel it vibrating over you, Rowan, as it is. It's gonna almost fall apart. You feel like this thing is on the verge of breaking apart, basically. Right, so and then do you want to back off as well
Yeah,
to give
then
some
I'll
room
back
as well?
off, yeah.
All right, in that case, we go to Rowan. It's your turn. So it's remember you take damage on the cube's turn. So
Yeah.
this is your
yeah,
turn.
this turn. If you can.
Can I rip it apart from the inside?
You can make an attack. Yeah, you have disadvantage on attacks because you're restrained, but you can make an attack roll. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, its AC is only 6, so even with disadvantage, you got a really good chance of attacking this, of hitting this thing.
Yeah.
18. 16.
16 is still a hit. You got your long sword in 2 hands, and you're just
Slow
Stirring.
vibrate.
2 points.
2 points of damage.
got
Are you
1. I
serious?
got 1 on a D10.
Okay. You You manage to like make some room inside the thing. So you just like, but it's not enough. You don't get enough leverage to really tear this thing. But it does. This thing looks so fragile, like a pane of glass. It's cracked and broken. It's so close to shattering.
Can you shatter it before he dies the next round?
You got a bonus
Healing
action.
word myself.
You can't speak, Rowan. You are suffocating.
Yeah. Well, it's V. Whatever that
verbal.
is. Yeah.
So you can't, because you can't speak. You are suffocating.
Okay.
What's your con modifier, by the way?
My con mod is
That
think it's
visual
quite
of
high,
him
right?
just
Stirring it.
+2.
stirring it from
So
the
you
inside
actually only have 2 more rounds of oxygen.
Okay.
Like if you
cool.
in 2 more rounds, you will go to 0 and be like suffocate. Basically, you're like. So we go to Xanthius.
For some reason, I thought it was minutes.
It's if you hold your breath,
right?
You can hold your breath equal to a number of minutes equal to your con mod +1. But if something like steals your breath, like you run out of breath,
I see. Okay.
It goes to rounds basically.
Right. So you need to prepare. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like that's how I'm going to rule it in this case because this thing took you by surprise.
Yeah.
You didn't have a chance to go and take a big lungful of air. Do you know what I mean?
Telling me to calm down and get engulfed by a slime. Firebolt. That's 15.
Hits.
I'm right next to it though, so disadvantage.
It would be technically disadvantage. Yeah.
I got a +5, 2, 7.
Just barely hit.
You were so cocky about that as well.
I don't think I can miss though because
Yeah, it's a natural one still.
This D10. 6 damage.
You hit this thing with fire point blank, and you watch as it melts away from Rowan. The fire, you watch as this blast of fire. Luckily, the slime absorbs most of it. I'm gonna say that Rowan's gonna take the damage of the thing that's left after you kill this thing. So how much damage did you? 6?
6, yeah. So how
6
much health did it have?
Had 1 hit point left. No! So you watch as 1 hit point's worth of fire gets taken. The slime breaks apart, and then the rest of the flame just hits Rowan in the face.
Rowan, no! What a poor guy!
I'll spend a fate point to make that happen.
I feel like we did the most damage to our friend.
I was frozen and then burned and suffocated.
And acid, you were being melted as well.
Being melted by acid.
Extreme
3
heat and
elements.
extreme cold is how they made flubber. What these are.
Yeah, you watch as this last slime collapses. There is residue of these slimes left, by the way. Like there is like this kind of thick gloop that now fills the basin of the bottom of the sewer where you guys currently are. There's nothing inside them, like they dissolved any materials left over. No, in fact, because they don't dissolve metal, I don't believe. So I'm gonna roll, see if there's like how much coinage is there. Ooh. It's not that exciting. There is 12 silver pieces and 8 gold pieces. And that was only from 1.
Take that because Rowan
It's just one of them.
That was only from 1. And then in the other one, it's 2 silver pieces and 10 gold pieces.
Which one's north, which
man.
one's south?
The second one would have been south, so the first one would have been north.
So,
Do you want to take the?
what was it?
I'll scoop it.
You know in Crystal
I
Maze?
don't remember what I just said.
10 gold
Eight, you
and
said-
2 silver
it
for
was
me.
4.
That's for the south
8
one.
silver and 2 gold.
12. It would have been 12 silver and 8 gold in the first one. That's right.
Thank you.
You know in Crystal Maze when they have to pick up the silver slips and gold
Yeah,
slips?
yeah,
Do people do that in Altheya where they just jump into slimes and they have to grab all the gold they can?
Before they did
Before they dissolve. What a way to make a living.
Yeah. You need a little vent, like the slot to post it through.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, you find like a scattering of coins because that's just coins that would have fallen into like these old tunnels and been scooped up by these slimes. Nothing really else. Maybe like some odd trinkets, like a part of a metal like key, like a broken key. Maybe like an insignia badge of something, like a guild badge, like a stonemason's badge or a blacksmith's guild badge that's fallen down here. Like any metal objects, basically the only things that survive. But yeah, the slime residue itself is also here.
Is there an empty coffee cup lying around?
You could have had a coffee cup. Yeah.
Let's scoop some of the slime.
It's not just a point. It's not a Starbucks cup. It does not have a lid.
It's like a tankard, right?
It's gonna dissolve the cup though, surely.
Well, this is residue, so it's not as
Oh,
acidic.
okay.
I'm going to say that it does not melt the coffee cup. But you don't have a
Don't
lid
make a
for
mistake
it.
and drink that instead of thinking you have the quality.
You can say that you have one sample of slime, slime residue.
Slime sample.
Why?
And like maybe like Blackwing or someone can look at it and find out where they've come from, or like if anyone's sent them. Or if
Could be
there's
a
like.
reagent.
You can make an Arcana check for me.
You remember the scene in The Matrix when Neo's ejected from the Matrix and this goes
18.
18.
Rowan's like right now.
Ophelia, you would probably know this, having like listened in on magic lessons with Countess also and things like that. Slime, like a lot of magical creatures, their body parts are valuable. Like they are used as monster spell components or used in alchemy. You suspect that like a sample of this slime, and you've gathered up one, you probably would ruin, there's not enough slime by the time you get finished scooping it up, that slime's disappeared. It's probably worth like 25, 50 gold to the right person.
They could grow it.
Scoop it up. Literally gold on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, you have to find the right buyer for it, but yeah, it's worth between 25 and 50 gold. Slime sample.
Precious resource.
Or it could be used in alchemy. Like if you found a talented alchemist, they might be able to turn it into a cool potion.
Yeah.
And there is an alchemist in town.
Find a way of keeping it safe.
Yeah, write that down though. Make sure you
Have
get
some
Nice.
slime sample.
slimes. I can find that in my inventory.
Yeah, please do. If you're just not in your inventory, you don't have it.
Slime sample.
And with that, Gruff can continue on and lead you deeper down into these old sewer tunnels towards the catacombs. But that is where we are going to wrap things up for today's episode.
Okie doke.
A real classic D&D bit.
Trap
Really
between
was.
two slime.
Do you know what,
in the
though?
sewer.
That was technically a corridor. And we didn't die to a corridor.
No.
We did it.
You did
We
it.
did it.
Well, the
Pretty
real challenge
ropey.
will be when there's a door, though.
There better not be a door.
Door in a corridor. Oh my god.
Can you imagine if I put a door in there?
We died.
Insane.
All right. Okay. This guy's trying to kill us.
Okay, Gary Gygax. Put us back in the Tomb of Horrors. Oh, that's a real nerd joke. Right, with that, thank you so much, everybody. That is going to be it for today's episode. We're happy to be back. I think it was a good sort of slow start to get us back into it after a little bit of a break. And yeah, that's it.
Now
Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, and we're going to head off. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Have a good week.
See ya.